picking up where we left off, the group had a tense conversation with Archeron before going about their business in Whittle and learning what happened to Neve. One evening, on the second day of their downtime, you all managed to expel and defeat whatever malevolence was inside of Archeron. We pick up just after that. What are you doing?
Thought we were going for a long rest because I pressed the long rest button.
I don't fucking know what you're doing. I don't know if someone wanted to say anything.
So...
I don't know if someone wanted to say anything after that. Like, you know.
I thought we had spoken afterwards.
Yeah,
I mean, a little bit, but it was like 11.
We spoke a little bit, and then Archeron used a bunch of spells to detonate the remains. I used the last of my key points to also help him melt in the remains.
Yeah, I did glass.
I picked up some weird glass.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I wrapped up a bunch of the remains and threw it in the bag of holding just because Archeron wanted to study it.
Yes, that was it. That was the last thing we did. Then you guys walked off into the night sunset. Yeah, I think it was sunset.
Go to sleep.
Yeah. And if there's nothing else if there's nothing you want to say or do before long resting, that's completely fine. I have nothing planned for the evening, so if you guys want to just say you sleep and hit the long rest button, you certainly do that.
Yeah, I'm up for that. If unless someone else has anything pressing,
I don't go to sleep. I go slumber.
Okay. You can press that long slumber button.
Yeah.
Let me check that all of these sheets have been long rested. They have not.
We should rename that now to long slumber button. Short nap.
Press the long slumber button.
God, so many extra syllables. Okay, so you all have a long rest, easy enough, and wake up in the morning. It is the 22nd of Emberfall, if anyone cares. Which I don't think anyone does, but that's completely fine.
Is there a time constraint that we need to worry about?
No, I just had it written down, so I thought I'd say it. Because I do vaguely keep track of times if I can find it in my notes. But yeah, what are you doing?
I want some breakfast.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I could go for some breakfast as well.
Sorry, Cass, no curry, but I really want some normal breakfast.
Curry for breakfast? What kind of maniac do you think we as?
I don't know.
Breakfast is breakfast, and curry is every other meal of the day.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
Sorry
what about
that,
wait. When we were in the Feywild, didn't you have leftover curry for breakfast?
You did.
What happens in the Feywild stays. Okay, we don't talk about that.
We don't talk about the Feywild.
Yeah.
Yeah, and take what you have. Can't be picky sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, what is there for breakfast? Is there fish?
Well, Alex can make you some food at the house, or you can go to the cabana and get some not nicer food, some more proper breakfasty food, if that makes sense.
Well,
Yeah,
I think I'm already
here,
sleeping.
Slab is here, we know what we're gonna get then.
To be fair, I think I was already sleeping at the cabana, so...
That's true. I mean, we can say you all met up. It's fine.
I think the first thing... Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
No, it's really simple, and it's probably going to be met with either a no, not yet, or a shit, I forgot. Maeve's going to, check for post.
I did remember that. I've had it written down since last session.
Okay.
God, where is it in my notes, though? That's another question.
Wait,
I have
late.
it
I didn't pass it last night. Crap.
It would have been so fun if you yeah, I had it written down since last session. You have no mate.
You need to have a title card for each of them so you can control F and search for it.
No, I've got it. I was just trying to figure out whether I had it in my session notes or in Maeve's specific notes. I had it in Maeve's specific notes, that's why I couldn't find it. I'll put it in the channel, not in general, in Maeve's channel. But yeah, that is
disrespect.
Well, it's a private message.
I was going to ask how long we are planning to stay on this city.
Couple of days, maybe. I mean,
this would be
move on.
The third day. So the fight was 2 days ago. You had with Astrael was 2 days ago. You then slept Malevolence thing yesterday, and then this is that day after. So it's been about 2.5 days.
Yeah, I want to talk about that thing we killed yesterday. Like, are we really
The
sure
ice
that
demon thing.
Yeah, are we really sure that it's gone? Like, Archeron, do you know anything about it?
Do you still feel it?
Well, there was going to be one thing that Archon did before he kind of went out into the wider world, or attempted to go out in the wider world, but we'll reverse time in a moment. And he's, I'm as sure as I can be, I suppose. I don't feel it. I didn't feel it was there anyway. But so there was a moment when we were in Pyra where I went to a temple for oh bollocks, what's the name of the god?
Vistali.
Yes, thank you, Vistali.
I was there, you know.
You remember?
Yeah. Sorry, I knew it was a V something, but I was seconds away from saying Volkswagen. Went into the temple of my chosen god, who I am deeply, deeply faithful and committed to, Vauxhall, and there was a moment. Ignore all outside influence, and I could hear this. I could sense the presence of something there. This morning, I tried to do that again. It's harder to block out external forces when you can't see. Weirdly, because you're so reliant on sight, smell and sound and touch. But I tried. I couldn't sense anything there, and I do feel that there's been a change. But as far as I can tell, as good as I can tell, I think.
I mean, if you want me to test it, I could try knocking you out.
Yes.
You suggested this yesterday. As if it would make you feel better, then you can, of course, try. But I would prefer it if you didn't.
You wouldn't hit a guy with glasses. Wait.
Oh, you hit a guy with glasses. Clever.
Blind guy with glasses.
No, I won't hit you.
So there was a couple of things that Archer was going to do in the morning. Sorry, I didn't want to go there. So I would assume he'd kind of come out after breakfast, kind of thing. First thing he'd try and do is, presumably because this is a whole town with a big golden temple to the sun god.
Yes.
If you are carrying around big orby eyes that indicate you've pissed off the sun god, that's presumably not a great thing.
I mean, not the vast majority of people wouldn't know. Like, they wouldn't be like, oh, your eyes look like that, which means you pissed off the sun god. It was specifically cast because she rolled high on that check and she's a cleric of Solista. So
I know, but like expertise in religions, and that's why.
It's also, I imagine, quite like an unsettling image, because how I picture it, they're like just like blasted golden orbs, like sandy orbs at the minute.
No, I pictured it as like, your eyes are like relatively normal. I think your pupils would just be slightly glossy gold.
Oh, okay. Right. Well, regardless, I'm really going to change what I was going to do. He's going to have tried to use his combination of his wizardry know-how and his artificy to change his glasses from glasses to
Shades.
I don't have a better word to say this. Stevie Wonder shades.
Okay. I'll say no check necessary. You can turn them into slightly blackout shades.
Yeah. It's just, So he's
tinted glasses.
tinted. That's the word. Yeah. He's looking. He's wearing sunglasses in the club. I'm sure we can all agree that's as much punishment as anyone could be expected to take. The other thing he's going to have done in the morning, it's twofold. First of all, he has tried to like arrange his he doesn't know how long this is going to last. He has no real idea. So he's tried to like. Have you seen? I'm assuming a lot of you saw the Daredevil series, and there's a really good part in it where it showed how Matt Murdock's character handled like just being blind in his day-to-day life, like how he prepares things, like how he folds notes.
No, you mean like the good series, not the.
Oh yeah, not the terrible TV, not the terrible show, film rather. But like it's a really insightful sequence where he folds money so he can identify the value of the note easily.
Yeah.
He lays his clothes out with
I do
tags
think
and stuff.
that in Periphalon, the different coins, so copper, silver, gold,
Yeah,
platinum,
no,
would have like I think the best one would be like a braille texture to the side, because I know like
there'd all be
in
different
real life,
sizes
they
as
do.
well and weights.
Yeah,
and
they'd all
stuff,
be
I
different
assume.
sizes. You'd probably be able to tell either by weight or by that sort of texture.
It was more just using that as an example, but like he like done something to the collar of his clothes so he could identify what outfit was what, and stuff like that. He would have tried to have bought from one of the shops a cane that he can that it could also be used as a spell focus. I mean that's well, this is where it gets a bit funky. So I need to use my book as a spell focus. So in flavor, he'll be using the cane, but in mechanics, it has to be the book, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so it doesn't really matter if you say you can't find one, but I can find a cane, because I don't know how long this is going to go for.
I mean, you can find a cane, and there's an artificer with the cabana who could probably do that for like 25 gold.
So in mechanics, it needs to be the book. So it's just like a nice cane for him to have that I will have him hold when he casts spells.
It can be like I would say, like, depending on how good you want it, 20 to 25 gold would do that. Like a nice one,
like a
with
nice
with a focus thing.
Yeah, like a nice wood. My brain.
Okay, nice.
Me brain no good. You know what I mean? I hadn't really, but I always say 21 gold. That'll take me down to a nice round number.
Jesus, that's
James, I don't think you have to use your book.
I have to use my book for anything that I cast a spell to be able to use any of my funky subclass abilities.
It doesn't say that though. It
Well,
says whenever
the
you
awakened
cast
spell book.
whenever you cast a spell with a spell slot, you can temporarily replace the damage type with another one.
If you scroll to the top of the ability, like the thingy, the all falls under the awakened spell book as a thing. So whilst you're holding your awakened spell book, it grants you the following benefits. You can use this spell book as a spell casting focus. You can cast a wizard spell with a spell slot. You can temporarily replace its damage type. So you have to be holding the spell book for it to work.
Yeah, I'll be casting through it.
Yeah.
I would say that can sort of go either way, but
so I mean, it does. I will have the book. It's just like a flavor thing.
Yeah.
So 21 gold's fine. I don't mind.
Cool.
Second thing is, he probably would have met people like out and about, or he would have been seen by the group. I imagine, because he's gone into the town to buy this cane, and also to buy like he looks like he's buying weird bits of like tubes and a box and like weird bits of like meat and fruit and seeds. It looks like a really really weird like Nightmare Blue Peter style Tracy Island thing he's buying. And I imagine he's like met as he's like, you know, handing over some silver for like fish heads or something. What he's building or what he's buying for is an enrichment box for porridge as way of an apology. Because he has to use porridge's. He basically has to like remote into porridge's site, take over utterly. And porridge didn't like that before too much. He kind of like, oh, okay, if you must, and now is like, okay, if you absolutely have to, fine, but I'm not cool with this. So he tries to do it as infrequently as possible, and it's not super ideal for me either to have to do it. So he's buying in.
Like, no.
Yeah, basically, porridge like on purpose is like far away. So I can't do it. Like he's like flying out of range, so I can't like remote in kind of thing. So he's buying him like an apology enrichment box for porridge to play in with like bells and stuff. That he can have. That'll be super annoying for everyone, but like I don't care because. Yeah, so that's what he's doing. Oh, and the other thing is because he's trying to figure out what's wrong with his eyes and trying to figure out if he's got rid of this thing. He will have like cast identifying himself to see if the eye thing is a curse.
I think. I mean, when you cast identify, you definitely don't sense any of the malevolent stuff. That is.
Yeah, well, I wasn't there anyway.
Yeah. I mean, you can. That is gone. That is, that's not there. As for the I think I'm trying to figure out what the best wording for that would be. Because I don't know if I'd class it as a curse, because that would be like remove curse.
The wording, because I know. Well, there's a couple of things the reasons that he's doing this. Oh, there's loads of things I meant to do. So I've been forgotten about. The other thing, I'll do another time. Actually, because I'm talking.
Okay. I would say I can't think of the right wording.
Oh,
but
it just says spells. It doesn't say curses.
You would get from the identifier. I'll say this. That you don't think remove curse would get rid of it. You would assume that it would have to be greater restoration or above.
Okay. And the fun thing is, oh no, I'll do it. Sorry, I'll do it another time.
Okay.
So yeah, you meet Archeron. He's got his enrichment box. He's trying to tempt porridge down from the skies with the promise of like berries, sunflower seeds, and fish eyes. In this box that the porridge has to use a stick to get the stuff out of. It's to enrich his, enrichment is in his enclosure basically, and it's by way of Archeron's apology to him. And so yeah, he's carrying this fucking like box that would carry a 32-inch TV.
While Archeron's going about doing that, is anyone else doing anything?
Yes, I'll go to the Sun Temple and check if the transcript is done.
I think I did give it. Oh no, I didn't give it to you last time. Yeah, that would be done. Obviously, I did not write out a whole book, so I just said to you.
Why the fuck not?
Because Matt, I'm human.
What do you mean you're not?
So he would have written out like a. Sort of not a full transcript, a vague transcript of all the things. If you want to ask me something that might be in the book, I can try and give you information, because obviously I have a lot of information that would be in there. But I just don't know. I'm not formally writing a whole book. That's a waste of time. But yeah, it would have sort of any information that I can give you that would make sense.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I'm not an insane person. At least that's what I'm trying to convince myself. Yeah.
If Maeve was to go out into the town and stuff, is there many like shops, or would I have had better luck looking for like magic items?
It depends. It depends on what things you're looking for, because it's a pretty small town.
Okay, first of all, I don't know if you will even allow this item to exist, because I know it is a wild mount item.
I usually like them, but go ahead.
It's the hunter's coat.
I don't remember what that does off the top of my head.
It's armor, leather armor. You gain a +1 bonus to AC while wearing it, and it has 3 charges. When you hit a creature with an attack and that creature doesn't have all its hit points, you can expend 1 charge to deal an extra 1d10 necrotic damage.
I've never heard of this.
It's very rare though.
Yeah, that'd be expensive. It would be. I don't think you'd be able to find one here anyway. I would allow that item to exist because I do like that item.
Okay, you know what? You know the best place. How much?
Let me have a think. I'm just gonna look at it quickly.
$1 million.
+1 leather. 3 charges, D10 necrotic damage.
The charges regain as well, is it? On
1d3.
Yeah, 1d3, so you just tend to
so
it all back.
I would say this would be an expensive item. I'm gonna find a number and you're gonna be like, what the fuck?
6,000.
Now you have to say that.
No, it's like probably more than that.
6,000 platinum.
Oh,
very rare items. Anywhere between anywhere between 5 and 50,000. I would say if you were to find the right person, you could probably get that for like 15,000. I know, silly number.
I feel like the only place.
But also, now I know you want it, I can possibly add it into a.
I'm just thinking, because obviously I really like the armor that Ben and Holly gave to Maeve. You know, the Wraith's.
Yes,
Wraith
the Wraith
silk.
Yeah.
But it does have a curse, and
Well, I have said this to you.
I have removed
right.
curse. What do you
There you
mean?
go. You can remove the curse on it.
Why doesn't anyone tell me they have curses? Jesus
Yeah.
A lot of the times you don't know the curse is there. That
I didn't
mean,
know you could. I didn't know you could remove curse from an item.
I
thought it
removed
was
the
just a
curse from
person.
Sidon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a person.
Yeah,
you removed it
Sidon
from a
isn't
belt
an
as well.
item.
Removed it from my
Sidon's
belt.
not
as well.
Well, he is a fucking tool.
Yeah, you didn't remove it from sign. You removed it from the belt, which is an item.
Oh, okay.
I'm so happy I always have removed curse on because
So yeah, I mean, third level spell slot. If you wanted Cass to do that, she can do that like in action.
Yeah,
Or
please.
Nyx, I think. She's a cleric. She would have that.
Oh,
The thing
wait,
is with
you
that
have
hunter's
to-
coat, by the way.
Wait,
I feel
how
like-
long have you had this curse?
Just had a. Well, it's not a curse on her. It's just the armor.
It's just every day I have to
Um,
roll a d12.
Con save or
A
something.
con save, and it's a DC 12 con save, and if not, then I'm vulnerable to radiant
For the
all
day.
day.
Yeah.
For the rest of the day.
She's had it since before you met her, so because you would have got it in Court of Shades.
Ben and Holly, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was probably about a week before.
Yeah, about a week before. Yeah.
About a week ago.
Yeah. But yeah, if you wanted to remove that, Cass, or if you mentioned that to Nyx, she would do it. I'm saying that. I'm sure she has the spell slot.
Okay, Maeve, I will do this for you, but I need something in return.
Okay.
You already drank half our whiskey yesterday.
Can you please make me more of that that magical anti-hangover potion thing you made?
Yes.
Oh god, she get
Thank you,
drunk
Candy.
and
So she will probably have the
Without
won't have
alcohol.
the armor on because she's at home. So she'll
Mhm.
give the armor and then go into the kitchen and make another
Yeah,
big.
it'll
pot
take me 10 minutes
tea.
to decurse this.
Yeah. She comes back in and she's got like a little teapot on a tray with like a cup and a saucer and some little biscuits, and she's like,
Ooh, biscuits!
"Ooh!"
That's like the most.
I like to imagine
UK
that Dave
thing
has
you
put
could
Yeah.
the armor like on the table, like shining like the entire
It's-
room.
it's
It's like it's not like
giving-
ooh biscuits.
It's giving Tori.
Gosh, you missed it. Before we met you, before we even went to the Feywild the first time, Cassian's house had a load of biscuits, all types.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
think he had custard creams, bourbons,
Yeah, I think I did come
Oh,
up with
not
custom creams,
bourbons.
didn't they?
Party rings.
Bourbons are great.
party rings.
Ginger nuts.
Sorry,
Oh,
Cass
yeah.
say, what do you mean? Bourbons are great.
Bourbons are great.
It's giving Tori.
Giving
Okay, so
bourbon.
where's this house?
Not very far. Not very close, sorry.
Oh,
All the
It's
way up.
definitely not a gem dragon.
Just woken up. It's
And
somewhere,
also, I think
it's somewhere in
that's-
between really far and really close.
Mm.
It's somewhere in the middle of that.
Yeah, the
Um,
biscuits
it's
might have
somewhere
gone
on the
like
map.
stale or something.
Somewhere on the map, yes.
yeah.
Cass, can I have a word, please?
Yes.
Peru, that's you.
Alright.
Is he alive?
Yeah. Sorry.
What?
It cut out for a moment. Sorry.
Oh,
She was too busy
I
uncursing.
thought she was just giving in the silent.
Yeah, I know. I was like,
She was
Oh wait,
decursing.
was Archon talked? In that case, I was giving like in character, I was giving the cold shoulder, but in real life, I was also having internet problems.
Friends like tech problems. Love it.
Can I have a brief, just a quick word, if that's okay?
Cass looks at Archon for a moment, and her like the small smile she had when discussing pastries just goes away,
Oh.
and she
can't say
shakes
it.
her head.
Sorry.
Shake your head, you can't
Yeah,
see
you,
it.
you have to say it out loud, he can't see you.
Ah shit! Well,
He's
too late.
legally blind.
Yeah, so from his
I'm blind
perspective,
in one eye.
I'm just not answering.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm not even sure if you're him.
Cass learned sign language, however, she can't see. She thought it was.
He's not deaf.
Archon,
Wrong
she shook her
disability.
head.
Sorry.
Okay.
Anyway.
Oh.
I'm going
After
to
the
collect
biscuit.
the transcript. I'll be back in about an hour.
Yikes!
Um,
That was awkward.
See you later. And I go out to get the transcript.
Huh.
Okay, well, it segues nicely into the second part. Maeve, can I have a word with you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you for responding verbally. I know I disappointed you, and I have apologized and will continue to apologize. I'm looking to, or was before a few days ago, looking to put how I have been behind me and look forward to trying to be a more optimistic type of person and just having a better outlook. I know at the moment that's not possible, but hopefully this won't be forever. I'm not asking you to forgive me now. What I would like to ask you is, would you allow me to try to earn your forgiveness, and would you like me to join you on your journey to find out why you can talk to ghosts?
As you can't see her, so I can't describe how she's
You can
looking.
for the listeners.
So for the listeners
And also,
and for
I
the
think
other
that
players,
Draken Sidon and Slab is also there.
yeah. I don't know how best to describe it. I think she sort of, you know, when somebody like blinks up, like they look up and they blink so that they like their eyes don't well up. I don't know how that makes any sense. You know when someone's trying not to cry so that they look up and they're like
my makeup.
blinking. Sometimes they'll like put tissue paper at the bottom of their eye. No,
I
she's
want
like,
to cry, but my makeup was $47.
it's flawless. No, so she's like blinks a couple of times, and then just lets out this big breath.
Just left the window open.
It's just Alex.
Yes. It's not a matter of trust. I don't know. It's not that I don't trust you in regards to all of us. I'm not sure I fully trust that you have your own best interests at heart. Your actions can sometimes be quite fucking reckless, yes.
Inflicted.
Deprecating.
Self-deprecating, self-inflicted. There's a word, I can't remember what it is. I'm just gonna say something else. Self-destructive, thank you. Boom. My brain is not working. Your actions can often be a little self-destructive, and believe it or not, I can't speak for everyone, but I'm fairly sure that I see it. We do all care about you a lot, Archeron, and that's why we got so angry, because, well, look, I mean,
Listen.
Look,
No.
I mean, sorry.
Fortress words.
no, but look at what happened to you. The fact that your sight was taken, that's a punishment from a god that none of us have the ability to fix. I don't want you to go too far with one of these things. I I don't want you to do something stupid. Because you're too important to us.
Yeah, so no more stealing holy scriptures from churches.
I can promise I'm not going to steal any more. Try to steal any more holy books.
Make a deception. No, I'm kidding.
But to the best of my ability, I will try. I don't go out of my way. Like, I know it might seem like I do, but I honestly don't go out of my way to make poor decisions. When I try to make, regardless. That's so. If you prefer, I was thinking about this morning. If you'd prefer for me to no longer travel with you, I can go home and try to start again. But I would love to stay and try to make up for it. Because the eyes. This is one thing I can. Now I've given Porridge his enrichment box. Maybe he'll come closer and let me see through his eyes, and I can sometimes channel my eyes through Rail. That's a bit disorienting. That's one thing I might be able to fix. This.
Yeah, I'm just gonna come out and say this, that I don't want you to leave. I can't speak for everyone, but I really want you with us.
Maeve's gonna reach out and put her hand on the side of his forearm. Not forearm. What?
Face?
His arm.
Arm.
The top of his arm. I don't know. You've got your forearm and your
back arm.
Shoulder?
No, the shoulder's up here. My brain is not working. I got punched in the head 7 times by a 5-year-old yesterday, and I'm pretty sure he's done some irreparable damage. Anyway, she's gonna reach out and touch his arm and say, Archeron, the whole point of that was that I don't want you to go anywhere. I don't want you to do something stupid that means that we lose you. So yes, of course, I'd like to have you here.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. It means that I know. I know it was. I will want to speak to Cass. I wanted to speak to Cass first because it felt like I owed the two of you the biggest apology. So you know how it is to make rash decisions, and Drac, it'd be a lot harder for me, I think, to do something completely unforgivable. And Slav, I don't really know how you feel about it. Are we good? I hope we're good. Would you like
the Catacombs?
Would you like an enrichment box too?
It's just grilled cheese.
Okay.
The jammy of Dodgers.
I will. I mean, if you want my perpetual pudding cup, you can have it. It's fine. I can.
Now that's a deal.
Yeah. I don't want you to.
I can't agree to anything because I heard perpetual and then nothing.
My perpetual pudding cup. my cup of endless pocky. If you wish, it's yours.
No, keep that.
Oh, okay.
It's a different flavor every day, though.
Every single time's a different flavor.
I love that that's the most used magic item in this episode.
Change it to grilled cheese, and then you've got a deal.
Not really a pudding. Okay.
I don't think grilled cheese pudding is that good.
I suppose you have baked cheesecake, so maybe I don't know.
Yeah,
no, I'm on about just change the pudding to actual grilled cheese.
Oh.
I gotta think about it. Listen, if I can think of alliteration to make perpetual grilled cheese, I'll do it.
Constant cheese.
Rebel.
No, it's gonna be C8. I'll figure it out.
We'll figure it
I'm gonna mute while I'm DMing. I'm gonna figure it out. What are you gonna say?
No, Maeve's gonna say, I think when it comes to Cass,
It'll be harder. I know. I think.
Time.
Well.
Just give her time.
I wanted to make sure she. I don't know. I know you were all there yesterday, and I am truly grateful. I know she's every right to be pointed. I just wanted.
Given her life to this goddess. She has devoted herself to this goddess, and while I'm not particularly religious, and I know some of us aren't, I know your father is quite religious.
He was a pastor, yeah, preacher. Yes. I understand. I get it. It's one of the blind faith is one of the reasons I couldn't stay there. But I understand, and I just I don't know if she's willing to hear me.
She feels disrespected in the worst way that she probably could have been disrespected, and if you try to push the issue, it might make her more angry. So she will. I truly believe she will come to you when she is ready to talk about it.
I know. I wouldn't force it. I will wait. I can wait. It's fine. I just wanted to. It's her I owe the apology to. I feel not. He points at roughly where the sun is, not Solista. She was. I didn't owe Solista anything. I'm not a follower, not a worshipper, but Cass is hopefully still my friend, and that she was the one I let down. But no, I understand. But that's why I didn't follow her out or beg. But thank you for hearing me out. Thank you. But yes, I'll try to not be a hindrance. I may need
yourself.
Assistance. Well, I never tried to be. It's just, when you find that you're just really good at something, and you don't know where
and
from.
that's something.
What that one thing is getting in my own way.
I think it's annoying priests.
That's James's skill.
He's done it twice this campaign, so.
And so many times in Walmart.
I know.
So thank you. It really does mean a lot. But I say what I wanted to do, what I've been trying to do is be better, be more optimistic, and since we're heading that way anyway, and we're heading past the school, I thought, because there are a few things that may be able to speed our travels further north. There's lectures, teleportation, and even when I left, there was some mentions of vehicles and things like that, which we perhaps could investigate. But
there's a power.
One thing I was hoping, if you wouldn't mind, I talked about what happened with my old friends, and I was wondering if we could visit where it happened to see if my friend's ghost is still there, so I could find out what happened, because I still don't know what's happened. The malevolence is gone, I think, as best as I can tell. I don't feel its presence there anymore, or I never really did. But I don't feel the weight of it, and the porridge tells me the scars died down. But it'd be good to understand what happened there, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Where is it though?
It's at the school. It's in
Malachite, yeah.
In Malachite.
Oh, okay.
It's not too far from the school.
Yeah. It's hang on. I did have the DM tell me exactly where, but I've scrolled up.
I can find.
It's the Ridgeway place. Ridges.
What are you talking about?
It's the Ridge.
It's
a
a
place
ravine.
called Ridge. Ravine. Could be another ravine.
I mean, I have the exact place right now.
Yeah, it's near the retailed ravine.
The retail ravine.
It's
Yes.
it'd be sort of past that. I can't describe it without showing the map, and I don't want to show the map
Yeah,
until
that's fine.
we get
Yeah,
there. But it's in the city. It's not far.
Placeton. Placeton.
Okay, I'll tell you this. It's in like it's like through a cave near that ravine.
Yeah. It's not far. It's not out of the way really. And it would be a good place, I know, to research all this about the war of I want to say Fire and Ash.
Twilight, I think.
Twilight and Ash. Okay.
I'm gonna make sure I got that right. I think I'm right there.
Yeah.
I hope I'm right. I was the one.
I know it's something like and Ash.
Where would it be in my notes?
Regardless, that war.
Yeah.
The thing of Ash.
The thing of Ash and the something of something and something.
The wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Yes. So it'd be near there.
Where is
and you know, I could show you. Drac and I, we lived there. There's quite a cool place. They might
really nice.
They might be able to help with the old orbs.
What?
Not your orbs, my orbs. I'm sure your orbs are great.
Okay, he's having a mixed moment again. He's shutting down. He's getting awkward again.
So that would be great. And then I don't know what what is good.
It was Twilight and Ash.
Twilight and Ash, thank you.
I just could not find where it was in my notes.
So yes, thank you. I was hoping to see the Scar of the Land, but maybe not this time.
You can approach it, just don't go too close. No!
So okay, yeah, that was it really.
While that conversation's happening, Cass, are you doing anything specific while you're picking up the thing?
There was. I was wondering if, while they were talking, if Sidon could catch up with Cass. Actually, I just didn't want to interrupt because it seemed like it was a very important moment, so I just didn't want to side him. But that's why I wasn't really talking over there, because it felt more like a thingy moment. So I was wondering if Sidon could catch up with Cass, if she would let him.
I mean,
that depends. How hard are you running?
He's speed walking.
No, he runs on all four.
After they started talking, and then just sort of like he just sort of walked out and just ran to catch up to you.
Yeah.
Probably called you down. Guys, wait up.
Yeah. Oh, it's you, Sidon.
Oh, it's you.
Wow. Oh God. Here we go.
You see Cass start speeding up.
He missed 6 steps away.
Stop the wind!
If only I had. Wait, actually, do I have access to Dimension Door? That's good.
God, that's so petty.
Don't make him race again.
Last time, I think a hero point was used by someone.
Probably.
It was James. Yeah.
Yeah, I had a horse that can do like 100 feet a second.
I think you still lost.
Yeah, you
No, I
Not by a
lost.
lot.
No, that's me. Lost
It was pretty
because
close though, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was very close. I fucked up a roll on the last push, tripped over a guy's cart, and then because I had the ring on, I had to
Did you say
stop. and
cart
help
or
me.
cart?
Oh, right.
It was a cart.
Yeah. It was basically like a cabbage cart, but I think it was apples this time.
Oh yeah, my cabbages.
And basically because I had the ring on, I had to stop and help him pick him all up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Still
That's
the
funny.
best
I
thing
don't.
I spent money
I
on.
like to point out. I don't take notes. I just remember the dumbest shit.
Listen, Pete. Listen, I've got 10 plates spinning. I can't remember what happened in session 4.
But yeah, I just want to catch up to Cass and just be like, Cass, wait up.
Yep.
How are you feeling? You kind of just sort of stormed off. I know you're angry at him, but I think he was trying to make amends.
He doesn't owe me amends.
Yeah.
And I made that perfectly clear yesterday.
Okay. Well,
Man, this is gonna be one awkward walk.
yeah. Like I'm just thinking, like, maybe we could just you could just hear him out and just see what he has to say, and who knows?
I know what he will say.
Yeah.
He will say that he's sorry and that he acted rash and that he won't do it again. I've heard it before, Sidon.
Huh.
He has said it before and he did again.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you what I told Maeve yesterday. I'm sick of being polite. So I just won't.
I mean, I'm a big advocate for speaking your mind, but say the first thing that comes in, you know.
Only good things can happen.
Sure, it pisses some people off, but screw them, right?
He's so perfect for each other. It annoys me so much.
And they were roommates.
Hey, you two should kiss. Sorry.
No!
No, look. I mean, you don't have to forgive him. That's your decision. It's up to you. I just think maybe hear him out, see what he had to say. But, I mean, if you're not ready for that, it's fine. You know? I think he's still got to travel with us, and I would like him to still travel with us. And I think you'll be in the minority if you don't want him traveling with us.
Wow. Imagine saying
Oh,
that.
I never... You're putting words in my mouth, Sidon. I never said that. I just decided that I will tighten my judgment, so to say.
Okay, well, look, I'm just trying to be a bit of a middleman here. I ain't great. These types of talks, it's not my thing.
Yes, I distinctly recall you punching Arthur in the face when it happened.
Yeah. Did it there as well in the temple. 2 times.
Yes.
2 times.
So proud of that.
No,
Yeah.
This
Anyway,
will be the last thing I say about this situation for now.
Fair enough.
But I'm angry that I finally got Solista's blessing, and I can't even enjoy it because Archon is being Archon.
Well, be a bit selfish then. Just think of your own thing. You know? Be
What
proud
do you
you got
think me
Slister's
walking out of that
blessing.
room was?
Fair. You want company
And
going to the
besides-
temple?
Yes. Oh, and I'm also going to get some diamond dust
for what?
for spell.
Well,
I
a
didn't like
spell.
it.
It's a powerful spell, I assume. With
I mean, I can
It's
think of
level.
one. I can think of one spell that has diamond dust off the top of my head.
Yeah. Divination.
Is that? I don't know. But yeah,
Well, obviously he's gonna buy it to blow in Archer on ice when he gets his eyes back. Obviously.
I cast blind.
Yeah.
Okay, so the two of you head to the temple. You see, Oriel is. He's got the transcribed book. In like some sheets of paper that he's like stapled together. He says, "Oh, I was wondering when you'd show up. I was going to post this, but this is easier. Everything all right?"
Of course.
Yes,
Why wouldn't
actually.
it be?
I think you should know, Oriel. Neve is okay. Turns out she was sent to a temple of Solista.
It was I think it is just the Temple of Celesta on Mount Celesta.
On Mount Celesta, and she's fine. She's surrounded by other priests.
Yeah.
She's just up there. She's okay, not in any danger.
That is very strange, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad to hear she's all right. Here is the notes, and he hands it to Cass. That is strange. Well, I'm glad she's.
Don't say it's strange, because now I'm starting to think that maybe it was a demon trick. That
no. I'm. Listen, that's not what I was expecting. I should have said. He's like standing there, like hands on hips, thinking. Because I think that's the pose that I'm making right now.
Oh no, he's doing the disapproving dad.
No, he's like he's not like looking. He's just like looking in a general direction, not at you. Well, I'm glad to hear she's all right. That puts a strange turn on what Astriel was doing, but I don't think there's any finding out about that currently.
Neve did say that she thinks whatever's corrupting Astriel may not be permanent. We may be able to get it out of him and save him, but I mean, if it turns out we can't, then he might have to be put down eventually.
I think only time will tell.
Yeah.
Well, do you know where you're planning to be off? You're down here?
I'm not entirely sure. I think our plan was originally to go to the Scar of the Land, and then up to Malachite and see what happens there.
Malachite is, I think, the closest point. It'd be Malachite, then slightly left to the Scar of the Land, I believe.
That is true, but I'm doing the opposite of what they said.
Okay, I see. Well, I would suggest, from my knowledge, going to Malachite first, because it's a place you can stop off and it's not too far away. That's just my point of view. And that's what the DM's prepared, so please don't do the other thing. Don't worry. Getting a vision.
Now you just, fucked yourself, because now you said what we're gonna do first.
Listen, if we go the other way, there's going to be sandworms. It's going to be desert power. I don't know. Anyway, good luck. I've transcribed what I can. I don't know what sorry, they transcribed what they could. I was just watching because fuck you, Steve.
Instead of paying him, you're giving him tuition.
I mean, no, he's allowed to stay here. That's like his payment. So what were you going to say, son?
Was there any more information in there, or is it just the information you told us that was transcribed?
It's essentially the information I told you, and anything else that the DM thinks is necessary when someone asks about it.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm not writing a full book. They did. I didn't read it.
No Silmarillion, I see.
Fuck no. I don't have time for that. Anybody got time for that?
Yeah. Fair.
If so, I wouldn't read it. I'd listen to it on an audiobook or something.
Oh, just a quick question. I don't know if you know. I asked Neve in this vision I had. Does Celesta normally send her champions to the Abyss to, fight down there? Was Astriel sent down there for some reason?
Well,
no one expected him to come back the way he did.
Yes, I don't think anyone expected that. I mean, I did not know that he was in the Abyss. But he was, I guess, one of Celesta's greatest soldiers, so it wouldn't be unheard of for her to send him down to the Abyss if there was something that she thought was important to deal with, or if she wanted to have someone there to watch over it. I'm not entirely sure, but it doesn't seem totally unheard of, in my mind at least.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well,
Cool.
Thank you for your time, Father.
Of course.
I greatly appreciate this.
Good luck with
Father? I thought... Wait.
Father Oriel's mate.
It's a way to you address a priest Sidon.
Oh.
No, his
And I
first
call-
name is Father.
That is my legal first name.
Yes.
Light bearer.
So he's technically
Oreo,
father.
Oreo. No,
Oh,
no.
it's like a situation of doctor.
Have a good day.
I thought he said
Yes.
illegal first name.
That is my illegal first name. You know,
My
no,
legal
no,
first
that's
name
it.
is Cass, but my illegal first name
Anyway,
is Castel.
good luck on your journey.
Yes.
Yep.
Close the door as soon as you say yes. Is there anything the two of you are doing before I cut back to everyone else?
No kiss.
Just the diamond dust.
How much you buy?
100 gold worth.
Easy enough.
Okay.
No roll necessary. You can find a jeweler's.
150 gold.
Yeah, that's
And I
101
might
gold.
look into maybe getting magical shield or armor.
You're not gonna be able to find that here. There's like nothing here.
Okay.
That's not true. There's very little here of like high worth. That makes sense. Like you might be able to find common and uncommon magic items for like a steep price, but like, hey, listen, Malachite's that Malachite's the place. I just keep fucking saying it a lot now. It's the place with all the artificers. So.
Maybe if you go to the markets where you can find a guy selling a plate, maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe.
a normal plate mail that's weirdly familiar.
While Cass is in the market buying whatever, Sidon's gonna sneak off towards the food vendors.
Okay.
And he's going to have a look for some lamb shish kebab.
Shawarma.
Just
Maybe
have
try some
breakfast.
local cuisines.
Romania do 100.
Have you
Oh.
not just had breakfast?
I haven't found metabolism.
He was
I love it.
sleepwalking that one time.
And do you know how many calories having abs burns?
Yeah,
Just having them.
At least
You
one.
He's always on a
find-
cut. Yeah.
you can find
It's like a curse.
you can find some lamb like kebabs.
Ooh, nice. Love lamb.
For like I don't know, $5 or something.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm going to buy-
that is a cheap one.
I don't know.
Is
Is
like-
there some
10
sort of
gold
secret
worth
game
of,
mechanic
curry ingredients.
No.
that we
just-
don't know about
he's
where
just
Sidon
giving
has
us-
to consume like weird meat once a day or he'll
Yes,
die?
or he gets points of exhaustion. Pete, remember that.
To be
Yeah, yeah.
fair though, lamb isn't that weird meat, but sure.
It is when you're in a desert.
Yeah.
True.
He said lamb, so I just
I think
I
it's
rolled
perfectly
with it. I don't know. I don't know whether or lamb.
It's probably
camel.
goat or something. Let's be honest.
But yeah,
Rat.
you get your food. Cass, you get your
Camel.
diamonds.
Camel,
Your
yeah.
diamond dust. Is there anything else you guys are doing today?
Is that to the wider group?
Yeah, this is everyone.
There's one thing I would like to try. It doesn't have to be right now. It could be at the end of the day. But Archon wants to find out when he polymorphs, or if he polymorphs, is he blind in his polymorph form?
Okay. This is interesting.
Just don't polymorph into a bat.
Well, no, because that was it. Because I was looking at creatures that have blind and tremor sense, and
Yeah.
there are a few, but a lot of them are swarms.
I
and
will
I could be
say-
like a wolf and stuff, but the thing is, I lose my intelligence when that thing anyway. So if I'm still blind, it doesn't completely nullify it because like there's some creatures you can get by and smell and stuff. But also, so what I was doing in the background then is going through all my spells to get rid of anything that says you can see.
Well, you have a way you can see.
Yeah, I
like,
know, but I just
We
I
have
think,
told you that.
yeah, I know. But I just think it's like I did it in the fight with the malevolence that it maintains concentration to use it. So which is fine. It means I need other options.
I will say you're not blinded for the time you're in polymorph.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I will say
It
that.
saves me having like made spider forms. as
Yeah,
well, so-
well,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry, don't exist, James.
Oh, of course, yeah. Giant sheep.
In the desert?
With blind sight.
That's where Slap's talking about his lamb from.
No.
It's just polymorph fucking. wizard.
Just eating Archeron.
Wow, Archeron probably enjoyed
Eyebrows,
that. Anyway, you guys have, it's probably, we'll say it's like 2 in the afternoon. What are you doing? I don't know what to say. What are you doing?
I think if there's a time where people are just kind of like doing their own thing, Maeve would probably go out for a little bit with Nyx and just go for like a coffee or something.
Yeah.
Nyx
goes crazy with coffee.
Probably just trying to get a little bit more out of her about the details of stuff that she mentioned.
What did I tell you last time? I don't remember what I told you last time.
It was last time you said that there was something that she could have done, but she decided that she didn't want to do it without Maeve, and so she went home.
Oh God.
Or something along those lines. I could be really wrong, but that's where my brain. Again.
The party session because we have a lot of it written down. God, where the fuck am I going? Am I just like blind?
Maybe?
Guys, I think I'm going crazy.
Are you Archeron in real life?
Where is it in my notes?
So, Gus, are you sure you don't want any of this street meat? This is it's pretty good. I managed to find lamb. I've even got some beef over here.
I like to imagine that you're talking to Cass, like having her hands completely full, like a big bag of things she needs to do curry, like
Big bag,
for the
big
next 6 months. Like,
bag.
what? Oh,
Silent also
my hands are kind of full now, Silent.
Oh.
Here, if you help me
Just
carry
keep
this,
talking.
I'll
Don't let him touch it. He's got greasy hands.
You gotta feed her.
Wait, the paper. Oh, god damn it!
It's not paper.
Yeah,
It's like a
hands.
leather
How
bag.
did you? You ruined the paper bag. Okay. Well, thank you for the piece of meat.
Yep.
I found it.
Time consumed.
Well, yeah, because it wasn't actually where I thought it was. It was somewhere else in my notes. I'm blaming it. I'm blaming it on the fact that I'm on a smaller second screen, so I don't have all my notes. I'm just lying to myself. But I don't remember what you were talking about, Beth, about the thing she was going to do with Maeve, or was waiting to do. I can't find any of that.
No, she wasn't waiting to do anything. She went on her own.
Mm-hmm.
She was offered to do. She basically said that she'd found a way to do it, but that it was not great, and that she decided against it, and then came home.
Yeah.
But maybe you just added in, because I know you mentioned a thing about like it felt wrong to do it without you.
Mm-hmm.
That she said to me.
Something like always struck better together or something.
Yeah. I wasn't being like narcissistic and making that up, I promise.
No, it made sense. That's something the Nyx would say. I just could not find the point where I said it.
Yeah.
I don't think she would. No, after all that, I don't think she would elaborate much further. Currently, okay. I think she would more try and if you were to try and steer the conversation towards it, I think Nyx would, in her very low charismatic way, would try and not dodge it, but weave around it. But saying, "Well, how have you been? Is it warm in here?"
Not really.
We're in the desert. What the fuck do you think?
Well, they have air conditioning. It's fine.
What?
There's a guy in the corner with a big piece of paper.
He's got a fan.
His name is Air.
Their conditioning.
Last name
Air.
Conditioning.
Yeah. Call him the conditioner. No, she shrugs, I don't know. I just, I don't know. She's like looking down at the cup of coffee.
She wouldn't push the issue. She'd
Yeah.
just probably bring it up once and then be like, never mind. And then probably show Nyx the letter that she got and specifically point at the last line before lots of love and be like, ugh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I just had to go back and check it. Well, it'd probably be weird if he didn't add that.
Well, I'm sure she has absolutely no idea that I've even been in contact with him.
I mean, I feel like he might say something. It's not, like, oh, I got a letter from Maeve.
Well, I'm sure I'll get some very choice words as to why didn't I get a letter from you, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing her again.
Well, if it puts, everything else, if it gives answer to everything else, then it just has to happen at some point. Better late than never, and I mean, may as well get it over with. That way, if you don't want it, you don't have to speak to her again.
I'd really like to just put her and Sidon in a room together and just listen to the chaos, because I think Sidon would destroy her, like, mentally.
In what way?
No, like, he would... Well, he'd either say something that she didn't understand, and she'd pick him apart and make him out to be a buffoon, or he would say some very choice things to her.
Perhaps. I'm not entirely sure. It would definitely be an encounter.
I'm sure you
don't for it.
Want to talk to her at all.
Not particularly, but I mean, I can.
She kind of give it I just looked at the screen very severely, okay. She'd also point out the bit in the letter about Nyx's dad. And probably say have you heard anything?
Not, wasn't that long ago. Not yet, but I more just wanted someone around just in case. Yeah, it was a bit strange going back and seeing him a little bit, not with it, but it's alright, it happens.
She'd kind of probably reach over and give her hand a squeeze in that way where friends can talk to each other without saying a word.
Yeah.
The reassuring, you can talk to me if you need to, but I'm not going to pressure you into doing so. Squeeze, all of that in one little hand squeeze, and then be like, well, we should
get back.
I'm not gonna pressure you, but please tell me.
But please talk to me!
But yeah, she would stand up, and after paying for it, whatever, would head out. And probably, for the sake of convenience, as the two of you walk out, you see Sidon and Cass walking sort of similar direction.
Stop.
Maeve's gonna look at Sidon, look at the fucking stick of meat in his hand, and be like, oh. And then,
Don't worry, he also gave some to me.
Yeah. If he notices you looking at the meat, he's like, I've got another one if you'd like.
No, Sidon, I really wouldn't like. And then she's I imagine, you know, when you go to Subway and you can get the like tray of 12 fucking cookies.
Yeah.
I imagine she's got like a load of cookies for everyone back at the house from the little cafe they were in.
Mhm.
She's just gonna like take one out and hand it to Kaz.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, piece of candy.
Just in case you didn't want mystery meat.
It was beef.
Well,
You said
Maybe
it was
lamb.
lamb.
yes, I did. It's beef, and you spent the last 20 minutes of a walk explaining that. Yes, I thoroughly understand. It's not a mystery meat. Thank you
But
for
it
explaining
was either
again.
beef or lamb. It was one of them. It was very confusing to it when it
You see the shopkeeper who's like 50 feet away said, "It was lamb."
On the way back, if there's like a little, like, like a little bookshop, you know, like a kid's fucking, like, where you can buy the little storybooks, Maeve's gonna, like, very quickly go in and grab, like, a book on, like, farm animals and buy it and then give it to Sidon so he can learn what the fucking animals are.
Cow
Not a
goes.
small game, he doesn't know about it.
Yeah, exactly. Meat's
Alright.
confusing.
Even though I do think his wisdom's second highest in the group.
Still.
Anyway, you all
My
head back.
wisdom's good, but I would like to put out.
That's true.
My wisdom's
Nature's
good. Nature's intelligence.
But yeah, you all head back to Maven Nix's place.
What is it with monks and not knowing their animals?
That's the
Wait,
What
what?
the monk stands for?
Ebb.
Oh,
But yeah, you will head back. You're in the house or around there. What's
in and
happening?
around. Maeve puts the cookies down on the table and then very quickly walks away before everyone pounces on them.
Ow.
Does anyone tell Archer what's going on, or is it just a big clattering as people
No,
ruffle out?
they'd be like she puts it down, pulls off the like plastic lid at the top and goes, "Cookies," and then we'll like tap the table so Archron can use his fucking echolocation to find the cookies. And then
And
she'll
then
probably grab one before everyone dives on them and like slip it to Archron.
Sergeant's gonna grab two and just ow, ow.
Yeah, of course he is.
I'm gonna grab two as well, but I'm gonna give one to Archer.
My cookies not flow out.
Well,
Thank you.
I think that maybe you need a cookie right now.
Well, thank yeah, I haven't. This is strange. I haven't been able to figure food out much yet. Very difficult to know what you're ordering when you can't see. So thank you for this. Delicious.
Think maybe
Cookie.
she's the one who bought it.
Thank you. Yes.
So we'll go to break in a minute because I just saw the time. But before we do, I will ask two questions. I think two. First one, are you guys doing anything with the crown that's currently at the back of holding, or the tiara?
I was gonna speak to Mel and Layla.
Layla, you're at the first
about
time.
that. Because I want to use what's it called, the new thing I got?
Grim psychometry.
Yeah, on it, but I want to speak to them first, so it's okay, so I don't
Okay.
just like destroy it or something.
Cool. We can do that after the break.
Yeah, cool.
Second question. Well, I guess this is a two-part question. A, how long do you think you're staying here? B, where are you going afterwards?
I think we'll stay
We've
here
been told that
until.
I think today will be the last day.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think after long rest now, I don't even think we've used any resources, but
It's
long
been like
rest
occasional
now.
one or two.
Yeah. We've got all of the stuff. We spoke to everyone. We can just say our goodbyes and sort of head to. I believe Malachite will be our destination.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
Scar of the
Terrano, can
Land.
you send me the information on text?
Oh, God,
The transcript?
I literally said I didn't write it all down, so no.
Oh.
I said that was the exact words I said.
No, but not like the entire book, but like the important bits.
What do you?
That sorry, yeah. Apologies.
like I've got bits in various locations, but the reason why I didn't write it all down is because I didn't want to write it all down. So No,
So
I
do
can't.
we have like an audio version of it?
No.
I think what it is we ask Asher a question and he gives us a relevant bit.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
Like,
Please be
hey,
careful, guys. You're gonna skeleton key him again.
like, listen, shut up. Listen, I,
Breathe.
listen, I've got the bits that which you had from Oriel are in an episode that came out on Monday. So if you want to re-listen to that, you can. It's at like the last hour of that episode. You can probably skip through it and find it. And if you want any other information, I can give it to you with my voice.
Can't we get the old guy, father, what's his name, voice?
Oriel, fuck you. But yeah, we
I would
will.
like it in the voice of Kermit the Frog, please.
Oh,
hey everybody.
hey everybody.
Kermit the Frog here.
Kermit the Frog here with your daily update from Silister.
But no, we will take a quick break there. And we'll jumping back in. What are we gonna do? Yeah, Jack, you wanted to have a conversation with Mel and Layla.
Yes.
This is before rest. Just
This is before us, yeah.
yeah. I want.
Is this a private conversation or is this with them, with all us there?
No, just like in the living room. I won't like pull them aside.
Yeah. Okay. In
Because
the
everyone
main room.
knows about their like history thing, right?
Yeah, everyone here does.
Yeah.
What's happening? Why is it silent all of a sudden?
Yeah, sorry,
listened to
my
the,
mom
dog
just
barking through your
texted me
mic.
and I need to think in Swedish for a while. So. But I'm back now. So, yeah, I'm just gonna tell them, like, do you have some time to talk about, you know, your past thingy that we saw?
I'll say they both say that doesn't make sense. Mel will say, well, I mean, we're open books. What do you need to know? I mean, Layla probably knows more than me. Yeah, I'll go. What do you need to know?
Yeah, you know, this crown, and I will take up the crown from the bag of holding.
Mm-hmm. Where we lost him? Tweezers?
Oh, we might have done, yeah. I
Oh,
thought he
no.
was dramatically silent there. He just takes out the crown and all of a
Just
sudden...
points to it. Just points to it. It's like this.
Is this a crown?
allow me to
I
step
hope
in
it's-
to drag who's tongue-tied.
Yeah.
One of them can't speak, one of them can't say.
I
Is
hope,
that a Richard Pryor, Gene Wilder film?
I hope his computer hasn't just
I
died.
feel like that's what just happened.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Oh, that's annoying.
You just need a third monkey, don't you?
Yes,
You-
yeah. See no evil, hear no evil, see no evil, yeah.
No. Okay, that's great. This is going smoothly, guys.
Alright, oh, that's so frustrating.
That is frustrating.
Yeah.
Okay, what I'm gonna say is, as Jack was saying that, he passes out from exhaustion. Yeah.
Sure.
You can continue this tomorrow if you join.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah. Jack's. Okay, no, I'm gonna make this a story moment. Jack takes out the crown, and because of its immense dark power. What?
Hi.
Hi.
It sounds like a phone.
Yeah,
Weird.
Can have happened with my computer.
God.
Did it just like restart itself or something?
No, it just froze.
Oh,
God. Well, what I was gonna say is, if you wanna speak on that, Mike. That's completely fine. What I was gonna say is, the immense power of the crown has left you stunned silent. While you were in the conversation, so you just sort of picked it up, like, if you want to do that, or you can speak like that. That's either way, it's completely fine.
If we can put a pin in this,
that's fine.
We can do
cool.
it when
he gets stunned from the immense dark power of the crown. Anyway, moving on.
First,
it's the curse. It's the curse of the computer crashing.
Yeah.
Saying that's Maeve and Jack, the only two people who've held the crown, and both of your computers have had a moment
What
today.
have you done, Asher?
It's not my fault.
What hell have you wrought?
Well, not yet. While Drac
What?
is emotionally, financially, and physically recovering from that,
You ain't got the facilities for that, big man.
What? I gone broke suddenly?
are the rest of you doing anything? or should we sleep and we'll say the conversation picks back up tomorrow? I don't know. Saturday.
Do we need any preparation if we are heading? Do we still have the carts?
Still have the carts, the camels. Yeah.
I don't think. I think we got all our preparations, did we? Did we get?
I mean, there wasn't much you needed. You've got Alex and make food. You got stuff like that. I don't think.
Cass brought curry materials and brought stuff and actual stuff.
Yeah.
I think we've got actual potions and stuff. So.
And if you were looking for magical item stuff, Malachite would be better than here anyway.
Nix, will you be joining us on our travels?
Maeve did offer. What voice? I'm doing the wrong voice. Sorry. There's too many tieflings with similar voices. She's got a different accent. Yes, that's right. Maeve did offer, and I did say yes, if you'll still have me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. I will be joining then. She looks nervous as she said it, but it's yeah. I'll be joining.
I know we didn't have the smoothest of introductions. So as
I don't know why, but I just imagine him looking in completely the wrong direction.
yeah, every time I do it, I just imagine he's she's at 12 o'clock and he's at 1:30. You know?
Yeah, just very slightly off.
No, but because Nix is
looking at a wall.
Because Nix is so awkward, if he's very slightly off, she shuffles into place.
And he hears her moving and keeps.
Maybe he's a little bit deaf in one of his ears, and so he thinks she's moving all the time.
But she doesn't say anything, she's too awkward. Yes, I will be joining.
I have a small favour to ask, if that's okay. It's small. It should take you no longer than about 6 to 12 seconds, if that's okay. Do you have remove curse?
I don't know if I have it prepared.
Okay.
Why?
So as I was only points as I was
let me actually look to see if she has it prepared. No, she doesn't.
Trying to figure out what's going on with the old peepers. I was. This is going to sound so strange to say, but it's one of those great D&D sentences. So I'm just going to come out and say it. I was identifying myself.
In public?
No, in the privacy of my cabana. I was identifying myself. I did this as a ritual. It's all fine and above board.
She looks to Maeve. Is that a euphemism?
And
Is Archeron saying this in front of the group, or is it a private conversation?
I don't think it's private. This is slightly in the corner.
Okay.
Slightly away from everyone, but not it's not taking her to one side. It's one to one side rather than out of the ring.
I'm just thinking if Cass hears this, she might be pissed off.
No. Well, so I was trying to figure out what has happened with the old eyes. And I noticed. I found not, and also with the you. I don't know if you were there for the large glass monster. No,
I was around.
You were around. Okay, so also the large glass monster. I was just trying to, make sure expunged of all glass. And I noticed I have I've been carrying an item that is cursed, and I wish to have that curse removed. But if you don't have it, I don't think it's in problem today. But I can't give it to you, I'm afraid.
That's fine. I can do it tomorrow if you remind me in the morning.
Yes, that'd be great. Thank you very much.
Maeve can't change her spells on a long rest, can she?
No, it's only on level up. You can. I think you can only replace one, can't you?
Yeah, it's the warlock thing.
Yeah.
What level is Nyx?
Same as you, 9.
So can she scry?
No.
Maybe not.
That's
Today.
really expensive, Scry. You need like a.
You need like a.
Isn't it?
It doesn't use
Doesn't
the
consume it,
crystal
though.
rule, but she doesn't have one.
Oh, okay.
And no. Oh no, she doesn't. Cass can prepare the spell, and I did say that if she wanted to, Oriel could have given her a crystal ball. So.
Does it consume it?
No.
No, I don't think it is.
Okay.
You just need it as the.
It's like an expensive component.
Yeah.
But it's one of those expensive components that don't get consumed.
Mhm.
Alright.
Yeah.
Picture like witch over the crystal ball away.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I do have it, but I don't think I have scribe prepared. I do have scribe prepared.
Oh.
Nice.
There you go.
I forgot to change it out.
I will wait though. Well, let me message
Go for
it
it.
to you first because
Just
I
go
don't
for
want to. Are you
Go
sure?
for, I don't know what you're gonna say. Just go for it.
I want to scry on Maeve's mum.
Okay.
I want to see what she's doing right now.
Oh, what? She's having a wank.
No.
Ugh.
Oh.
James.
No, because
I want you to be more
because-
blinded.
because of
I want you to be deafened as well, so so you can hear yourself think.
He has
no.
tires too.
Probably not. I want to see. Well, Maeve wants to see specifically what she's doing because Nyx mentioned that Atlas probably told her about the letter, and I want to see if there's anything. I just want to see what she's doing, what the fucking
That's nice,
wicked
yeah.
old bitch is up to.
Wicked Witch of the West.
Yeah. Wicked
Yeah,
Witch of the
yeah.
East.
Okay.
Well,
I'll
North
need
East and North.
a room and
Wicked
some
Witch of the
purple drapes
Northeast.
and a circular table with purple coverings as well.
What?
Oh, that's basically my room.
Hmm.
Wait, is that a teddy bear on the bed?
Shh. She's gonna like jump on top of it and sit down. No.
Bust
Well,
up in the wind. Okay, let's go.
For scrying, I believe you need some knowledge of the person. I get to roll something.
I'm
Pulled
going
up
to
the-
post it on the
Yeah.
Yeah.
the VTT.
Hold up the
Oh, Jesus.
spell. Second hand, you've heard of the target, so this
Yeah.
cat's hearing of the target has a +5 save to the modifier.
Say connection. If you have a picture of her or a possession
Maeve
of
would have
hers or
Picture.
a bit of hair,
No.
That would be weird.
yeah.
I'll take this for spells later on. Like no.
Fine, mother. Yeah, so she would, if you have a picture, which I do think you would,
Yeah.
it would
Fucking
be.
darts in it. Evil death.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me just take out the darts.
It would be a +3 on top of whatever her save would be, which I think would probably be a +1 or 2. Up to debate. So successful save. Okay, yeah. So what is Cass's spell DC?
It is 18.
18.
Wow.
I'm gonna say this is +4.
If you want, I can.
Oh, they did do it upstairs. So, so you, obviously this is the first time
Can't
trying
tell
the
me much
spell.
that because it's on a different continent,
Yeah,
right?
it's not how it works. You sort of concentrate and try and focus on the orb, and obviously you've seen the picture. Maybe it's because the picture's covered in like holes from the darts, or
Like that's canon now.
yeah, no, it is. Or it's like slightly scratched because she's like gone over it a few times. You sort of try to focus on it, Cass, and there is a brief second where they sort of fog. You sort of see through the fog, and you begin to see what appears to be. I'm trying to remember the Tharios, which is the town. Sort of, you see like the glimpse of a large statue in the middle of Tharios, and a few buildings like a Colosseum, but only very brief flashes before the spell is ended, and she succeeded the saving throw. So you have to wait 24 hours.
Ow.
Damn.
It failed. Sorry.
No, don't apologize. It's okay.
That's right.
That's. Oh.
Are you back?
Yeah.
Yay!
I'm back on Discord. Just gonna wait.
That's fine.
To reload
Okay.
up the internet.
That's all right.
Mm.
What were you saying, Per?
Cassio saying that the spell failed.
No, I don't know why I rolled so well. Yeah, the spell failed. Which you can try in 24 hours, but that is
It's cool.
yeah. But yeah, heading back downstairs now that Wu's back.
Just before exiting the room, Cass is going to give one small look, like knowing look towards where that bear is.
Don't tell Sidon.
Don't worry, he will not hear it from me.
Okay.
Keep it secret.
And you
keep
can
it safe.
see it in Casper's eye. It's like, I'll be back.
And we see porridge in the window. No, just kidding.
You see
yeah.
Sidon in the window.
Climbed up.
Oh
Not a
no!
bird. He
But
wouldn't
yeah,
do
you
that.
you come out
Eating
of
more meat.
You come out of your stun, Jack. And
Oh,
some
that
of the things
was
in the
weird.
room have moved. It's weird, some of the people aren't in the room. But you see Mel and Layla, who've been just staring at you for the past 5 minutes, confused. Mel's trying to lay on hands, nothing's working.
Yeah, I am as confused as you guys are.
You alright? It's like you blue screened there for a second.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that means, but yeah, sure.
Neither do I. Right. It's an old tiefling saying, like, blue, you stop work, it's fine. I'm sorry, what did you want to know? It was like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, I wanted
You've been drooling a
to...
little bit, by the way, you might want to wipe it.
So, how much of the conversation, when did it cut out?
We heard
Well,
you
that's
say...
and then that was it.
Yeah, we basically heard you say, I want to know about your past, and I was like, well, what do you want to know? And then you said, well, I pulled the crown.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
pull the crown out.
Yeah, and then you were overcome with fear. You hurt
I was
yourself in
gonna
your
say
confusion.
that I take out the crown of the bag of holding
Mhm.
and place it on the table.
Okay. And there is that brief moment where you go to place on the table where you don't want to let go of it, but it's fine, you put it on the table, and it is that sort of black, jagged, tiara-like crown. I don't know if I have an image of it to hand.
I think you have sent...
I've sent it before, I just don't know if I have it to hand. I don't want to send it in the VTC because it's linked to the magic item. I don't want to accidentally send the magic item.
But I will identify it if people want to. You can.
I mean, I'll wait to do it because
Okay.
I want to see if you want to do it. But yeah, it's that sort of black, jagged tiara made of almost like a onyx obsidian type crystal with the demonic horns sort of coming from the top of it. Don't look great, personally. Like just but yeah, what specifically do you want to know from them?
What you mean from Mel and
Yeah.
Lila? Like, if it's okay that I do this.
Yeah, Layla would say I would be a bit careful, but I don't think it'll jump out and bite you.
Yeah, that would be
That'd
not
be weird.
so nice.
Yeah. You can certainly try.
But yeah,
Ooh, yeah, I have
just
seen that
wanted
before.
to ask
Yeah.
you beforehand, because it's your crown. So
I don't want it to be mine, but yeah. Go for it.
Coolio.
So I can't remember what the checks are. I believe it's history check or arcana check. I can't actually remember. I should know this.
Then you know what my next question would be.
Well, you will get advantage from Fae Fiend's Undead. I'm just trying to look at the Grim.
Oh yeah, you wanted to do
there.
grim psychometry.
Because it's a different thing. Hold on.
It's a really cool ability.
Yeah, you have advantage whenever you make history checks to recall information about sinister or tragic object, tragic history of an object. So yeah, you can make me a history check with advantage.
Just gonna wait for the land of Periphalon site to load up.
Well, if you want to know, your history is a +6, so I could roll that for you if you want. But
yeah, it's better if you do it,
Just
so
trying
we
to see
don't
if I
have
can
to
pick a number
sit
between
here
1 and
rolling
20.
our thumbs.
you know, 19.
That's how this game's works, right?
No. You will get a guidance from Nix, who's in the room. I guess
I will. If this is like,
This
I'm
is out-
assuming
yeah,
this,
people
this
can
is
see
like
this,
a.
yeah.
This is like the after dinner entertainment, right?
Sure.
Sure, buddy. So I will give you a mantle of moonlight as well.
Okay, so this is.
And do you have the proficiency in the skills you're going to be
It
using?
does, yeah, with history. So 1d20 +6. I roll that, take the higher one, and then I will roll the additional dice. 24. So the 24 without all the additional. So 1d6 from Mantle of Moonlight,
With
then
E4, yeah.
1d4 from Guidance. Another 6. That is 30.
That is pretty good
That's
roll.
that's a pretty good roll.
Oh, wait, that was I misread that. That was a 1d4 and 1d6. Sorry, I was
Yeah.
like, why did you roll 2d6?
Yeah. So you touch the object and you say that thing where you just see everything for a second.
Jesus, big roll.
Yeah.
can taste colors.
Right, you're going too deep.
You can taste the rainbow. Skittles.
Go back.
Sponsor us.
Twitch.
Yeah. So you place your hand on the crown and you sort of think for a minute, and it feels like weird to say this considering. Archer, your eyes sort of glaze over with this sort of red.
Mine.
No,
Sorry.
Drac.
Drax.
Because I'm saying eyes glaze over and you're blind.
I thought you said me. Sorry.
No,
Sorry, that's good.
so Drac, your eyes glaze over the sort of red sheen to them, and they sort of glow slightly, and you are sort of pulled back outside of your own head and into the past, as you see first a creature humanoid made of shadow sitting on a throne holding a skull in his hand, as with his other hand he is manipulating and weaving shadows, forming this crown out of the darkness around him. And you see it is not as it looks, it is just the crown without the horns. And you see there is like a smirk to this creature as it sort of waves its hands and it vanishes. Then you also vanish from that scene and you see Layla and Mel, very similar to when you saw their past in Sapphire's ritual. You see them walking forward to a cloaked figure wreathed in shadow, holding this crown out for the two of them. You see Layla takes it and puts it on, and then that same sort of cloak of shadow forms around her and sort of becomes part of her power. You see the blades she carries sort of forming the shadow around it and clearly giving her more power. You then see, I'm gonna have to just make sure I'm getting this right because I don't want to get this wrong and then have to go back on it later.
Dragon.
Not like the gem dragon.
No, because the Gem Dragon was stupid. This is like something that I just don't want to get wrong because this is more important. Where would it be in my notes? It would be. Oh god, I've got it in my. Because the screen's small, I've had to like minimize certain things, so I can't see where all my notes are. I'm looking for this. No, I'm not. I lied. Yeah. Yes. So you would see that the final scene of this is a large black dragon that has strange, almost tendrils of almost think like Cthulhu-esque dragon with these sort of tentacles coming out from it that sprays this acidic breath at Mel and Layla. You watch as the form of Mel jumps in front, taking the brunt of it before falling down to the ground, either unconscious or dead. And you see Layla looking over the body as the dragon comes down with a claw and kills them both, with like one claw down on both of them. The assumption is killed them both. Before the vision changes and you see the crown in the hands of... Let me find a brief description of this thing that I have written down. Like sort of grey hands with these long black nails. These hands are... Each of them is like half the size of this crown. These hands are large. You see this sort of green glow coming from, you assume, eyes on this thing as you watch it sort of manipulate parts of the crown, forming those horns around it, and then throwing it, and then you almost watch as from the shadow of whatever is on the edge of your vision, a hand that looks like Astrael's grabs it. You don't hear the words. There is a voice. There is a conversation going on between these two entities, and Astrael puts on the crown and vanishes.
So I hear that it's his voice.
You hear Astrael's voice and the voice of whatever this thing is, but you can't make out the words.
I will just call him Green Eyes.
Just like Charlie Brown teaching noises.
No, like when you hear... What's the best way to describe it? I don't know. Like the lowest baritone voice that is in a language I don't think you understand. What languages do you know?
I know. Let's see here. Common, Infernal, Marquesian, and Orc.
Yeah, you don't recognize the language. But then chucks the ground to Astrael, who puts it on, and then you see the last few visions are almost from Astrael's point of view, as you see the fight with you guys a few days ago.
This is weird.
Yeah, you're seeing yourself in second person. And you see sort of the fight.
I look so fucking good.
Yeah, you see the moment where Astrael takes the crown off, and as he does, you almost feel like the weight is lifted from him as he drops it on the ground, says whatever he said before he vanished, and disappears. And then
below it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that was it. And then drops it onto the ground, and the vision ends. Oh, can you make me a con save?
Con save. I can do that. Where is con? There we have it. 15.
If you're near Mel, you'll get a plus.
Yeah,
that's true. 3, I think, from Mel.
Okay.
Oh no, it was 4 now. I'm looking at the wrong one. That's why. It's 3. I lied. So that'd be 18. Yeah, you're fine.
Cool.
But yeah, you see all that, and you come to sort of sweating a little bit, like.
Jesus Christ, that was.
What did you see?
So weird. And yeah, I will
Explain
tell
it all in brutal
everyone.
detail.
Explain it all just as I said it, just as Paul.
Let me just get the recording and play back.
Give it 2 weeks. Give it 3 weeks. But yeah.
I will tell everyone what I just saw.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Can you send a brief?
I
summary?
didn't write that down.
I didn't write that down because it wasn't happening to me.
No, I mean I didn't have that prepared. I knew what it was going to be. Oh, I knew what I wanted.
Hang on. So he saw it being created.
Who said he wrote it down?
Saw it being
The
created
thing
by...
I have wrote down is see new vision of Lila and Mel when they get the crown. A large black tentacle dragon hisses over.
Okay, I can do this very quickly. So you saw it being created by a shadow thing, a
The
shadow
Soul
humanoid.
Weaver, we assume.
I don't know what you assume. I'm just
That's
saying
what I
words.
assume.
Shadow thing created it. You then saw a cloaked figure giving it to Mal and Layla, who then takes it, gets the shadowy form almost, and then it goes to Black Dragon with weird Cthulhu-like tentacle things that breathe on them, stomp on them, likely kill them. Then you see you don't see it, but like you can see the grey hands of a thing forming the horns on this crown, and then handing it to Astrael, then the Astrael fight.
Now, Drac called him Green Eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Does
Yeah.
that sound like the Wretched Howler, or is
I don't think there'd be a way to know, but you know the Wretched Howler is a wolf, or like
He's a wolf, yeah.
a wolf-like beast.
Yeah.
So probably didn't have
He also
hands.
very true, but he is also a demon made
That's
of
true.
entirely
Yeah.
of shadows.
I mean, yeah, could have hands from a certain point of view.
Yeah.
Could have hands, but
I just know that
there's no way to tell.
whenever I've interacted with him, I had
Yes.
like green,
Yeah.
sickly green smoke in and stuff like that. So I wasn't sure if it was that style of green.
I can
Like the
neither confirm nor
Disney
deny. Yeah, it's like a sickly green. I can't think of the best way to describe it.
Like when you have been sick and snot comes
Oh.
out. Green.
Gross.
I've always described it as like a pale, like a lime green, like olive
My
green
point
almost.
still stands.
But yeah, you see that vision and you come to, and you describe it to everyone. Yeah, what are people doing after that?
Would anyone be anti me trying to identify this item, see if there's anything else we can learn from
Go
it?
for it.
I would say if you think you can, go for it.
Do you have your action, or are we waiting 10 minutes?
Rude, but yes.
Sure.
Fuck me. It'll be a minute, Sidon, if you can wait that long.
Well, I'm hopped up on sugar and meat.
Don't worry,
I'm gonna
Sidon's-
say
Like 60
Sidon's probably
seconds.
very familiar with a minute.
yeah.
I don't think he is. That's a bit too long.
It will take a minute for me to cast it. That's the quickest I can do. But if you can possibly, wait. If you could guide me to it, so I'm not pricking my fingers on it, that would be
Ow.
dynamite.
Yeah, Mel puts your hand sort of like
You got nice warm hands, whoever that is.
it's me.
Still.
Then you take the crown and pierce.
I
Mark
said
John's
what I
hand.
said.
Nice warm hands. It
She takes the
wasn't an
crown,
insult.
stabs you now. Yeah. You spend a minute to identify it. Can you make me a con save?
Yeah. Hang on.
Yes.
Oh bollocks! I haven't done it. Okay.
Remember that you have +3 from
16.
16. Okay. As you
Hey, is it another curse?
As you do so, you go to identify this, and you start to feel. I don't know how the best to describe identify. But, you start to begin to see the words that form the magic item, and there is like you begin to see it, but it's like withheld from you, and almost that same green energy that I described from the eyes of this thing that Drax saw. It almost reaches out towards you and forces you to move your hand back, and the spell is not completed.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
1 second. Oh, okay, this is a really meta question, but I'm asking
Yes.
anyway. Do I know, and I am not quite sure how I would know this,
Mm-hmm.
I think, would I know that it was a con save, that it was being, it was repelling my body rather than my mind?
I would say so.
Okay.
Because it's not like it didn't feel like a mental thing. It felt like something tangible that you had
Yeah.
to like move from. Yeah.
Okay. Well. Okay. So not sure exactly why the item seems to repel me. Physically, I can't get closer. I do have a way of making my self more. I don't know how to say this out of game, but more constitution-y.
Make my body more hardy.
I can make myself less likely to fail that kind of thing. If you don't mind me trying again, though, it will take me 10 minutes to cast the spell again.
That's all right.
Okay.
You don't saying if no, I was just saying if someone else had a way to help. Thingy does have enhanceability if you. Well, that's
it's well, it'll take me 10 minutes to cast the spell. If anybody, I was about to say looking towards Nyx, or Mel or Cass have bless. Hold off for 9.5 minutes.
I have bless.
You have bless. Okay.
I use it every fight, don't I?
Bear with me one moment. Bardic would be one. So give me a moment. One moment. I'm just going to read this.
Just out of curiosity, can anyone else get close to it? Well, Drac was able to touch it, but Archeron was repelled. What if
he wasn't instantly repelled? It was like as the spell was near completing, it didn't want to.
Also, like a magnet sort of thing.
Yeah,
like magnets and the
sort of like as you were saying the final incantations of the spell, it sort of like reached out and stopped you.
So it's like it doesn't want us to know who he is.
The crown just said no.
So I'm going to start this. Okay, so Nyx I mentioned a cursed item. This is the item. Bear with me, please. And he takes out the dagger that he took from the murder scene and like stabs himself in the hand with it.
I'm not going to do anything self-destructive.
Well, no, it'll hurt, but it won't hurt too bad. Oh fuck! It hurts 2 hit points more than it hurt yesterday. What the fuck? We've leveled up. Okay. Whoa! Ouch.
Anyway, don't worry about that, guys.
Don't worry about that. It's fine.
Is it a stab through the hand, or is it like a cut across?
No, it's like a cut. It's like a cut.
I was gonna say you don't want to be like stabbing all the way through.
In fact, it's not even on the center of hands. So I hate it when people like cut the palm of their hands
because that really is the worst part.
Yeah, fucking hell. So he like does it on like the side of it. Like he's avoiding an vein, so he does it on the side of the arm. Whatever. Because I've done this before. It's fine. Don't worry. It will make me weirdly hardier. Okay, so I'm going to start.
I'm just and then become.
Hey.
Gets me rock solid.
No, it's fine.
Each to their own. I get it. People have different things. It's all fine and dandy. Just
James,
in the bedroom, Archeron.
No, not James. Caleb will say because he's been quiet the entire session because he has nothing.
Oh, Caleb! Shit, I forgot you were even here.
Yeah, no, he says, "How do you feel knowing that Sun's on your side now?"
I want to plunge it into my brain. So it's fine. It's this. So anyway, regardless, he puts the dagger back. He doesn't leave it on the table. He puts it back by his side. And he goes, so this is going to take me 10 minutes to cast.
Everyone just waits for 10 minutes.
Yeah. So if you please don't hover around me. It's so off-putting. But
Simon, I know that this is the longest you've ever had to wait for anything.
If you
go
could,
outside to train,
there's still cookies.
Jesus, it's 10 minutes, Simon. That's like what? That's one poo. Right.
Yeah, look, I can just see Slab having a stick, throwing inside and goes and fetch it.
Yeah, go and play in Porridge's enrichment box.
No, I'm gonna. I assume maybe Nyx have a back garden. I'm gonna destroy it.
Wow.
Also, this is a desert. There isn't like garden.
Yeah. So there are dishes. If you need something to do, go and do the dishes. Fuck. Right. Okay.
Yeah. You spend. Or does anyone cast any spells or like? Abilities
so it will take 10 minutes, and I'll say like if you want to assist with the spell, I will give when I say this phrase, and he will say a phrase, Izzy Wizzy, let's get busy. When I say that, it's approximately the last 30 seconds of the completion of the spell. So Mel, if you could bring yourself and stand as close as you can.
That's just what Mel's watching anyway, but yeah.
Yeah, it's just to absorb all the paladin goodness.
How long does
I feel about that.
No, an hour.
No, it's 10 minutes. It's 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
11 minutes. Sorry, 11 minutes to cast it as a ritual because I don't.
Mm.
I've used my 1 a day action cast.
No,
So,
Bardic
it's-
Inspiration lasts an hour.
As a bardic inspiration lasts 10 minutes. So basically, almost as soon as he starts, hit me with the bardic, and then when I say "Izzy Wizzy, let's get busy," you can hit me with the bless, and then that, or if you have it for a minute, so that'll up my save by 2d6 plus 1d4.
So it's,
When you say hit, do they mean like Slab just hit you with
He
his guitar?
hits him with the loot, yeah.
I can't. Always try to picture what song it would be to like for a specific moment. What song is like Slab just whispering to Archeron, like you know, like
Hey, how you doing, little mama? Let me whisper in your ear.
Awkwardly close, like.
yeah,
Just stinks of cheese.
yeah.
No.
Oh,
no.
bready.
It's the Numa Numa song.
Oh my god! I'm trying to concentrate. You're doing the full dances like that.
Numa Numa, yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah, they're
I'm
not
gonna,
a fucking dance band in the background. That's what Simon's doing.
I'm gonna try again.
I even the back garden is training. He's done for a
I'm
bit, he's done
assuming
waiting around.
you would like me to roll another con save.
As you get to completion of the spell, yes, I would like to roll another con save. So
cool,
it's
cool.
whatever your con save is, plus 3, plus whatever the
2d6
d6
plus
are.
d4.
Yeah.
Oh no, what? I don't know what the bardic is. anymore.
Bardic
I think-
is D8.
Oh, d8 now, nice.
It'd be level 9, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, 1d8.
Nice.
Oh, so I got a d4, d6, and a d8. That's
Yeah.
sick. Okay. So that, please don't roll 1. Fuck
Oh.
me. Okay, but there's a lot of dice here. There's a lot of dice. So there's a
Is there no way
d4.
to get you?
That's
Okay, 8.
That's 9.
9,
You got a d8 coming.
Oh!
11, 12,
Wait,
13.
Okay, guys, this thing just doesn't want to be identified.
Yeah, so yeah, you try and do it, and that same sort of effect happens. You don't have hero points. And
That's a good point. I do.
yeah, it doesn't work. That wouldn't work.
Okay. I will ask you this right before
Yes.
I say yes to a hero point, because I've been very unfortunate by timing the use of my hero
Yes.
points. If I use it, I'm not going to blow up the world. I will solve
not-
this issue, right?
You're not gonna. If you use this, you will successfully identify it.
Okay, thank you. It's my last. Oh fuck it! Yeah, go for it. I'm gonna use it.
Okay,
good, aren't
I'll send you the magic item.
But we have, like, we just leveled up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I only
You
I
used one
used
when
my
you-
hero.
You've won this session of or something because you lied.
Yeah.
I'll
I can't remember
I'll
exactly.
send
what
this
it
into
is,
general. It is the Helm of Malefic Intent.
No, god damn it! I'm not telling anyone this is my magic item now. No. So there we go.
It's very powerful.
A black. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. I hope you're all sitting comfortably, children.
Yep, go on.
A black onyx tiara, jagged and embedded with horns of the mightiest abyssal demons, imbued with the shadows of its original creator, the Sorrow Lord, though it has some additional properties from another entity. Wearing this tiara is a sign of respect among demons. As such, you can attune to this item as an action, however you become unwilling to remove it. While attuned, you gain a +1 bonus to any ability skill of your choice. It has 6 charges for the following properties, which you can use whilst wearing it. The Black Hand of the Abyss. When you hit a creature with a melee attack, you can expend any amount of charges and deal 1d8 additional necrotic damage. That's pretty cool. Living Shadows. As an action, you can expend 2 charges, whispering sibilant words of void speech that cause shadows to writhe with unholy life. Choose a point you can see within 120 feet. Writhing shadows spread out on a 15-foot radius sphere, centered on a point for 1 minute, grasping all creatures. Creature that starts in the area first time must make a successful. Oh, yada yada yada. It's basically Hunger of Vidar. Very very similar.
No,
Back
it's restrained, and if you fail the save, you exhaustion.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like that. Back from Darkness. As your action, if you fail the same 3, you may expend 2 charges and choose to succeed instead, and then target a creature you can see within 30 feet to suffer the effects of your failed saving throw. That's really cool. You still suffer any effects of a successful saving throw, if any. The new target is entitled to its own saving throw, as if it were the original target of the attack, but with disadvantage. Curse. Oh my god, there's so much of this. Oh, where did I start? Curse, Beckoning Sickness. Any attempt to identify this item causes the caster to make a oh, so close.
Yeah.
DC-17 con save. On a fail, they become inflicted with the early stages of Hollow Fever. again, and the spell fails. On a success, the identifier works as normal. Each subsequent casting of identifier on this item causes all of him to gain another day of effects. Fuck you, Asher.
Wow, you succeeded in it. So the second one. Yeah.
So I've got 2 though, right? So I've got the first one and the second one.
No, the first one was
The first one
nullified
failed,
by
and
now.
then the first one I failed, so I got 1, and then
The second one does not count because you succeeded.
Okay,
I think I worded
right.
it slightly wrong, but it's
Okay,
fine.
that's fine.
Okay.
The tiara regains 1d4 plus 2 charges when you finish a long rest. As additional part of short rest, you can expend any number of hit dice to adjust. Oh, that's a cool feature. I like that. Relics of the Forgotten. These dark relics, forged by powerful entities, are scattered around Periphalon, imbued with a great power. It takes great strength for someone to attune to more than one of these. If a creature is attuned to 2 or more of these relics, they must make a DC 18 Constitution saving throw at the end of each long rest or gain a point of exhaustion. However, they also gain 1 randomly determined minor beneficial property. See artifacts. If a creature is attuned to 3 or more of these relics, they can cast Imprisonment once every 7 days without material components. That's nice. Sidon, please try not to have sex with this.
What? Why would I? Look, I'm
it's right up your alley, right?
No, I'm cleaning the chaos stuff now. I've got relics of the divine now.
I mean,
Relics of the surface.
I fuck the holy things now.
I mean,
That doesn't quite well for me.
Good job, I didn't get all of the jokes. Jesus. Yeah.
I fucking called it.
There's a few clerics and divine people in this room.
So I feel, Maeve was saying not 3 hours ago about how I sometimes seem to find myself putting myself in harm's way. I seem to have contracted hollow fever.
Mel does say, well, last time I was able to remove it with I think it was with lay on hands. If you want me to do that,
if you have
lay your
warm
hands on me, baby.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say yes any faster. Please, rid me of hollow fever.
Please touch me.
De-hollow fever me up.
She puts her hands inside her head and wah 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 wah.
I imagine she does that with her mouth. They're like,
yeah. She makes that sound. She doesn't have to. She just does it because it's funny.
Here's the question, everyone.
She doesn't realize the thing.
Okay.
Here's the question: does anyone want to wear the evil crown? I don't want to.
No. It's cool, but I never use melee attacks. There are some good, interesting things. Just, however, it doesn't go with anything I own, and I have this nice jewel from the Moon Goddess. I think that
was from.
From Erevan. Okay. Well, regardless, I feel that I've personally trod a very wobbly path, and I'm trying to straighten it up a little bit. So. No, thank you for me. However, maybe Drac, it would be useful you attack with your arms.
Yeah, but I mean the curse thingy.
The curse only works on when you cast Identify.
No, and also the only downside is you're unwilling to remove it, the attune from it. I
could also just remove curse.
That's not
a
curse.
That's not a curse. I don't think that's
the curse would be the thickness thing. If you were to remove it. If you try to remove curse, it'd be that thing. The other thing is not a curse. It's just part of the item.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And
we've identified it now. I very much feel that this was made specifically to shoot me in the foot. I think like the evil god of the Sorrow Lord was like, I know what I'm going to do. Fuck that guy in particular.
Question, Archer, and you're quite learned. Which one is the Sorrow Lord?
He is right. Okay.
Do you know?
I have a book on the Sorrow Lord. He did come up in my book 1 minute. Just because James doesn't remember doesn't mean that
I'm saying if you know, I will tell you if you want me to.
Pages next. Oh, Periphalon. Okay, Periphalon. 17. I thought I had some stuff on it, but apparently a gift from the Sorrow Lord, the Demon Lord. Here we go. The Lila Pit. All right, so we knew it was made by the Sorrow Lord anyway, because she told us. Like Leo told us, a gift from the Sorrow Lord, the Demon Lord of Shadows. Oriel talks about the War of Twilight and Ash. Yeah. That's. I thought I had heard the name, but maybe it was in our DMs.
No, you have had the name before.
Yeah, I know, but
in a one shot.
Yeah. Banish Sorrow.
Um,
No, that's not it. I'll be just double checking there. Yeah, I know it's one of the one of the gods in the. It was the one who killed Peru's character, wasn't it?
It was the guy who was in the Shadow Within one shot. Yeah.
Yeah, the lighthouse.
Yeah. So I'll say Artron would know the information. If not, I'm sure I'm not even gonna need you to make a roll of his check because you have a book on it.
I can't read it right now, but
That's true. Well, you would have had a book on it to have read.
I assume you remember.
Yeah.
so the Sorrow Lord is one of the. He's quite high up, isn't he, in the hierarchy? He likes misery.
So yeah, he is Jabraz, the Sorrow Lord, master of darkness and deception. His realm, his layer of the abyss, is sort of shrouded in eternal night, sort of which twists the minds of mortals and with visions of despair. He feeds on that fear and despair, drawing strength from it. Things like that. He would be.
Had this crown.
He would be, from the list he would be third in that hierarchy.
Third from the top.
Yeah.
Underneath whom?
Underneath Gorath the Bloodstained, who was the guy who Layla was when you fought her. He was the guy who was the Bloodstained guy, Bloodhound, things like that. And I'll say this now because I think I can freely say this now. And Kiosa, who is the god of demons, would be above him. So
is that Keosah?
Kiosa.
Oh. Okay, so the god of demons. Okay.
Yeah.
So the Sorrow Lord, he thrives on making people miserable and feeds off of that, and gives them visions of despair and stuff. And Astriel was wearing this crown. So my question becomes, maybe the Sorrow Lord manipulated Astriel by showing him visions of Celista betraying him, and that's what caused him to go the way he went?
Well, if my my interpretation of the events that we experienced, then Astriel was already in the abyss and had been perhaps already betrayed because he was handed this crown from what Drac said, and
but it was
perhaps he was already feeling those feelings of despair and abandonment.
Layla would say he could have been feeling it before the crown. It could have just
maybe that's what the crown was. Yeah, maybe. What if the crown was the
catalyst?
Well, what if he was feeling that despair to prime him for the crown? My assumption is Green Eyes, as Drac called him, was the Sorrow Lord.
I have been watching lots of Supernatural lately.
Can you make me a history check, Artron?
Yeah, I'm gonna guide myself.
Let me find.
Guide myself to a better history. 24 plus.
Big numbers. 25.
Yeah, let me quickly find it. Hold on.
You should see my Arcana checks right now. They're disgusting.
What's the number?
Isn't there plus 11?
Minimum, as in that one, the lowest number I can roll at the minute is a 15.
Wow. So yeah, you would, with that 25, you'd be thinking about it. You know that you'd be pretty confident that the Sorrow Lord does not classically have green eyes. I'll send the image that I've sent before. I'll send it to General because I can't send this image because I found it a while ago. But you would know classically monochrome.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'd say, yeah. So from what I know, we don't know a lot about Kiosa, the Fire Lord Supreme.
No, that's Ozai.
Ozai. Who am I thinking of?
You're thinking of the Earthbender, Kyoshi.
No, Kyoshi. It all comes back to Avatar.
I know.
So I know we don't know loads about him, but we had seen him in an image before when he was, for lack of a better word, performing Layla.
He was. He
Did he have
informed that he
beautiful
put
green
the
eyes?
souls. He put the souls into
Yeah, the Soul
Mel and
Weaver, yeah.
Layla.
I'm going to assume it's him.
Thinking about it, if it was him, and you can't be sure because you've not seen like a picture or like any concrete like image of what he looks like, but you would know that it definitely has some like green is definitely a color in his palette.
Okay.
I don't know the best way to describe it.
It's definitely one of his theme through colors.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. That's so. Yeah, I would reiterate. I assumed it was the Shadow, because his Kyoza, the god of Demon 8 and the Soul Weaver, right? That is his other.
No.
He's a Soul Weaver.
Hold on, because there is. Sorry, I'm gonna have to find it now.
Oh,
there is.
Dragon moment.
No, it's not.
That might be me again.
There is a. I think you might be right actually, because there is a demon lord called the Twisted Creator, who I think I was getting confused with, who you would know is the one that created Layla's initial body.
Right.
However, I think you are right from what Auriel said. Before, hold on, let me find it.
Wait, is it the Soul Stitcher?
That's it.
Soul Stitcher, right? Okay.
Lord of the Abyss, Mightiest,
other
and most
titles,
foul,
yes.
God
Other
Slayer.
titles: Soul Stitcher, Lord of the Abyss, Mightiest, Most Foul, God Slayer.
Yeah. Okay, Mightiest, most foul.
I had to bring up the full logs to find it.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. I assume then, and I will pass on that as an assumption that I have nothing to base this on other than his beautiful green eyes. Shrug.
Why? Thank you.
That it was created, and it when I was able to identify it, it meant I mentioned. That's so weird. I said that there were numerous hands getting involved in the Lego blocks with this one. So it has it's not. I don't think it has one definitive creator. That maybe has a mummy and a daddy who despise each other very much.
And Layla would say, as Drake said in the vision, last time I had this, it didn't have the horns. That's a recent addition. Likely from what you said, Atron.
So
the other entity that
the other entity
thing mentions.
Is an avenue. Doesn't I don't know if the crown is in by itself a corrupting influence. It wasn't able to tell me that when I did my identification.
Well, it did have a way to block initially. So
it did initially,
like
a protective thing. But in of itself, if you were to attune to the crown, other than being unwilling to hand it over again, I couldn't see in there any big gotchas. It didn't say anything about feeding images or anything like that. So I don't know if it's necessarily a bad thing if you were to take it back later. If you wanted to.
I don't know if I want to.
Well, then that's it, then. It's completely up to you.
She has that moment where she says that I don't think I want to, and then she like looks at it, and it's almost like that Schmeagol Gollum moment. Where, well, yeah, she says what she just said, and then looks at it and says, "But it could help."
I have royally made a big boo-boo, and these friends around have been able to whip me back into shape.
Yeah, punched you twice.
Thank you. Yes.
2 times.
Yep. One time was the second time. The second time I was blind. I hope you're happy.
He's now quiet.
Yeah. You've derailed me, Seth, and I can't remember what I was going to say. I think what I'm saying is, if you were to start to step outside of the good person we know you now to be, if we saw an external influence on there, I think you could, I don't know, if I'm speaking for everyone. If I'm not, then please stop me. But I think you could rely on us to step in.
I think you could all step in and stop me, but I don't know if I don't know if you're willing to do that. I don't. If it came down to it, I know you could stop me.
What's okay. Can I make an insight check to see what Mel's body language is like in this moment?
Yeah, go for it. 20. Wow. Mel is a bit tense. She's not. She's sort of like arms crossed. She's tapping her foot a little bit. Not in like a. I don't like this conversation way. In like a slightly like a nervous tick sort of way. And she's sort of looking. Sort of quickly at anyone who's talking. She doesn't seem fully for it, but she understands what's being said and does not seem fully against either. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But she's wary. She's wary of it.
Mm-hmm.
This is up to you to decide.
I
I say to Layla.
Yeah.
If you're uncomfortable with it, Layla, I only say it because I know that there's a lot of perhaps baggage you're carrying. So don't. If you feel it calling out to you in an unusual way, then perhaps we put it in the bag of holding. You sleep on it.
We think at the very least I should sleep on it.
Well, no, not the crown itself.
No, that would hurt. That would hurt to.
Yeah, those
Be an
horns
awful
look
pillow.
very sharp.
I was about to say it would hurt to sleep with all the horns, but then I looked up and I already have horns.
You see your own horns?
No, but never mind. Metaphorically.
The reason I suggested you is, between yourself, Sidon, I don't think would be able to with his
He would just get
agreement. Yes, his promise to Celesta. He wouldn't be able to. Drac could be an option. Yourself, Mel. Galen, I guess. I don't know. Oh, you're a rogue. That'd be rubbish.
Or we could just destroy it.
I don't know how we do that.
I mean, this is a magical spear made of pure god sunlight. Just saying.
True. This is an item created by someone who's been inflicted by someone whose raid title is Mightiest and Foulest Killer of Gods or something.
This is very alive.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, but what if it's like explode and kills everyone in
That
X
is also
radius?
a good point. Yeah.
I don't want that because I want to live.
That's fair. Life needs things to live.
I don't necessarily know, again, if
People die
it's
when
a
they're
terrible idea. I'm not sure.
I think we should think on
Put
it.
it in the bag, yes. But at least now we know what it is. Thank you for getting rid of the old rot.
That's fine.
Good, then I can
Well, it is work.
scratch the unidentified crown and
Yeah.
see what it actually is.
Yeah.
Before you put it away, Mel, if you do
Hello?
your old your old paladin ping,
I gotta go in the voice. I gotta change the voice.
your old paladin ping,
Yeah.
are you able to just detect the item itself as fiendish, or I'm not sure how that works?
Let me double check how the best ability in D&D works. Divine Sense.
It's almost as good as that ranger one, right?
Beloved by all.
Sense. Okay, yeah. So she would do Divine Sense and does get a fiendish ping from it because it says anything affected by another location of any. Yeah. I will say she would get a fiendish, you can assume abyssal, demonic presence from it. Not like crazy because it's not a creature, but definitely something.
Okay. Okay, cool. So I'm just making the next one.
So we headed into bed.
like
yeah.
4 o'clock in the afternoon.
I don't know. Time to
No, I thought we did
I
all
can't
this
see,
in
so-
the early evening. I thought it was like 7 p.m.
I don't know why I was arguing. I'm sorry.
Didn't your
Well,
body
yeah,
tell you the time?
not that accurately. Wouldn't it be weird to be blind but have keen mind so you know which way north is? It's fine.
Yeah.
Internal magnet.
You're like a compass. Yeah, you can sort of have an evening meal, talk about whatever you want to talk about, discuss, have some nice food, be like, yeah, we're great. I don't know. And yeah.
So during the meal, assuming we're in like Maven.
Yeah, I would
Maven
say
Nix's
you'll gather
gaff.
around like you what you don't even go around the table. You're in like the sitting room or something, and you're getting like food on trays. Nice.
Okay. So obviously, tentatively throughout the night, not all the time, like maybe like 3 times, Archeron would direct a question towards where he believes Cass is sitting, just to like test the water a little bit.
So Cass, and Mel like moves your head like 5 feet to the.
Yeah. It's like if they're having like a curry, it's like, oh, Cass, this isn't as good as the one you made for us in that village whose name I'm fuck.
Pyro?
No. The place we met.
Kiss ass.
Hey, right. I just tested the water.
This is nearly as good as your curry.
No, it's just like it's definitely not as flavorful as the one you made. Are there many different types?
Oh.
Okay.
She doesn't have Feywild chili.
I'm just gonna throw it out here, Archeron. Maybe if you're trying to get on someone's good side, don't say that chili is worse than before.
No, I didn't say what I said.
You said it wasn't as flavorful.
This is the takeaway, isn't it? This is the one that Cass is made.
Yeah, this is the.
You see Alex in the background like, I'm trying.
I can't. No, I don't. That's the problem.
You hear Alex in the background going, I'm trying.
I'm saying, Alex.
I'm not from here. I'm doing my best. I am the takeaway. I don't know.
My palate is not refined, so don't.
Yeah,
if it were up to me, it'd be dino nuggies and mash.
Archie, look to your left. Alex is there.
What? I can't.
But you know which direction is left.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Alex, I'm sorry.
Hello. It's fine.
I will say of all the various meals you've made, the one not yesterday, the night before, when you brought out the sandwiches, they were wonderful.
Oh,
The tiny little sandwiches.
All they like are the sandwiches.
No, because they would been out for a little while. They hadn't gone curly or stale at the edges. They were, bob on.
Alex is just super buttered.
Why do they only like the sandwiches?
It's just sandwiches on a beach is a brave choice because the sand, it's coarse and it gets everywhere. But these sandwiches, they were great. So thank you.
It is okay.
Okay, good.
My voice is all over the place.
That's okay. Don't worry. So am I. Okay. So that weather, hey?
Yeah, it's hot.
You'd have to describe it to me. I can't fucking see it.
I mean, it was
very humid.
Not from inside. I can't.
Well, think of how the weather was 2 nights ago.
When you still couldn't see.
And when you still could
Crack.
see. And
Just a quick jab.
it's pretty much the same. Pretty much the same weather.
Yeah. I mean, it's still beautiful beyond description, but obviously that doesn't matter to you. Okay, well.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah, which eye?
The death ray eye.
Did you find Porridge's enrichment box, by the way?
No, I went outside and I swung my spear around for a little while.
That's a
If you want, I have some keys you can jangle.
Look, it's important to keep
You need
your
to get in
body
the fidget cube.
It is important to keep your body in fit, active state.
Okay.
What about your brain?
brain's a shit muscle anyway. Doesn't matter.
God help me in a
You
fight.
know, I sort of. I expected that answer.
I don't know why I was surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still sound shocked though.
In the end, we are all still shocked. Yeah.
So when you've obviously your monk powers have changed now, you are throwing orbs of light at people, or balls of light, whatever you know you're kamehamehaing it. Is that different
More like a
sensation?
Final Flash.
Pardon?
I said it's more like a Final Flash, but okay.
I am not familiar. But when is that a different sensation from when you used to summon the wolf? Could you still do that if you wanted, or is it gone?
You know what? It's weird. During that fight with Asriel, it's like a portion of that came out and it wrapped itself around my arm, but it's very infrequent.
What, the wolf or the Kamehameha way?
The wolf, the
Okay.
the astral power. It comes out in weird, infrequent power. I'm still learning it, and weirdly enough, it's like when I was using the astral self, I got lazy. I'm going to be brutally honest. I let the astral self do all the fighting, and I barely did anything. I've noticed it in my kicks, my leg movement, and everything. It's just very. It's like I've forgotten how to fight correctly. I'm sort of. That's why I'm putting so much effort into training. I need to get the muscle memory back. My punches, kicks, jumping, fighting with my hands and my hands alone instead of relying on that spirit power is a different sensation. Yeah, it's
So
warmer.
you mentioned warmer. You mentioned that you felt that you were leaving the physical side behind. But when you're generating these balls of light, are they using your physicality or your brain?
Physicality.
Okay, this is James not remembering how these things work. So they're based off decks then, right?
Yeah, Radiant Sunbolt is based on Dex. Which is it genuinely is. It's very interesting, but yeah, it's a Dex roll, radiant damage, and I can do it as much as I want. But if I spend a key point, I can do another 2. But it has to be like the flurry of blows rule.
Yeah,
I can't just do a bonus action bolt, like a single bolt.
Okay. Would it be? Wouldn't you want to? You know, you previously relied on that mental aspect of it. Wouldn't you not be tempted to try to, like Maeve, Slab, Cass, myself, Nyx, or any of the others who focus on the casting, can use that part of that mentality, the wisdomous aspect of it, that sense of self. You could again push that to create those effects mentally. Would that not be something you'd be interested in doing?
It's less that I'm not in. It's not that I'm not interested in doing it that based on like a wisdomous sort of nature. It's more I want to rely on my own willpower. Willpower is a better description of what I do. I want to push myself. This is not genuinely. This is not me bad mouthing any of you guys because I think you're incredible. But I don't like being at the back. I don't like fighting from that position. I like to be stuck in. I like to go in. I like to push myself against a strong opponent. It's been a core of who I am since I could remember. It's even before the astral self or before any of my power. It was always fighting someone stronger. If I didn't see the reason in fighting them, if I thought they were weaker than me, if I just didn't care, I wouldn't touch them. They wouldn't matter to me. Fighting someone powerful, someone strong, and pushing my body to that limit, that's where I thrive. I mean, there's a reason I'm always going down in a fight. I'll be honest. It's because I like to push myself against those stronger foes.
Interesting. So you wouldn't be tempted then to... Obviously, you've been... I don't know the word. You've had the come to Solista moment. Accepted her into your life. You wouldn't be tempted...
You accepted the words about Lord and Savior.
Yeah, Lord and Savior, yeah. You wouldn't be tempted to form into some kind of clerical domain to pass that word on. That wouldn't be of interest.
No. Honestly, I hope she didn't set me on fire for saying this. It's not that I'm doing this for Solista. It's more... This is just another avenue. It's another avenue. It was... Neve showed me the way for this. And it's Neve I trusted in. Not necessarily Solista. It's less me believing in a god and more partnership with a god. Kind of like how...
giving bombastic
you're doing it to get laid.
No, not at all. It's different to that. It's nothing like that.
It's not like that.
It's more... Remember all those months ago, like however many months ago, what, 2-3 months ago? How long ago was it when I had joined in with the Wretched Howler?
Oh.
Like 6 weeks, I think, isn't it?
Actually, I was...
It was actually yesterday.
You guys, you guys are going to be... I don't know if you're going to be shocked. No. You guys are going to be shocked by this. This campaign's been going on for over a year now. And yet, it's only been just over a month.
Well, this is session 48, isn't it?
Session 47. Yeah, 48.
Christ.
Yeah.
It's
almost
The start of the campaign, I can tell you, was the 14th of Rustvale. Today, in game terms, is the 22nd of Emberfall, which is the month after. So it's been 6 weeks. Almost 6 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, one of those weeks.
Feywild, weird, yeah. So probably about 6 weeks altogether, which is crazy.
Yeah. I mean, in my game, it's episode 70. We've been having what? It must be.
Well, episode 70, session
55, 56, something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, and we've only had like 3 months passing that. If that, 2.5, 3 months. I don't really track time that.
Well, I just have it, and I was like, I may as well keep it.
But yeah, so like the best way I can describe it is, remember a month ago when I decided to, where I made a mistake and went in.
Hey, buddy, we all make mistakes.
Yeah, I went in with the Wretched Howler.
To the wall.
That demon who I was in a very heated. I wasn't thinking right when I agreed to join in with the Wretched Howler.
Was this after what was her name? Oh,
Dahlia.
Dahlia. Was this when Dahlia had been kidnapped?
It was. It was after that. It was just after that. We had just had the fight underneath that tree with the vampire, and I don't know. I just wanted power. I realized I was too weak, and I wanted power quick.
Unlimited.
And I saw this opportunity to get power quick, and I realized after the fact that I had entered a contract with a beast without really thinking. I had this realization when we got to Pyra. After I broke the pact in the Feywild, when I got to Pyra, I was thinking for ages, and I kind of started to understand what Neve originally was telling me, which was that it was less like find balance and more just sort of like calm both my mind and soul. Instead of splitting the two pieces, they needed to be in sync. I needed to actually work with my own body and stop fighting it and come together. And then I've sort of like found this new will to keep going and keep improving, and that's why I'm pushing as far as I can, and why my power is so different now. Yes, Celista helped me find it, and Neve put me on the path, but I think deep down, this is my power. This isn't anyone else's. I don't know if that makes sense, but
No, I understand. It's similar. I'm not sure how it is for Mel and for Slab, but for me, the power, the power that I channel, the magical is there, but it is channeled through my understanding of it, my head, brain, understanding. You know, trying to.
You okay?
No, I was trying to make sure Side understood it.
Ah, yes.
No, I understand perfectly, Sam. I understand perfectly. I often, I know at the time we were harsh, quick to vocalize. Now I look back and think maybe we spoke too harshly, but I do wonder what had happened, what would happen if we were all faced with a similar offer, you know. Well, then, not now. Well, from how you described it, there was a light and a dark, and you didn't know what was on the other side. What I mean is, if we were to wake up and we had the opportunity in front of us for getting what we wanted immediately handed to us with some consequences, but they were to be either discovered or to be discussed, or to have not that and have to earn it, and there's always that temptation. So, but no, you've got come through it now, so that's good.
Yeah. And I mean, and this may seem a bit weird, but after that fight with Astrael, I mean, it's a weird feeling. I was so angry during that fight with Astrael, and then I had the conversation with Neve, who was fine, thank God.
Thanks, Alissa.
she's okay. And I had this conversation with her, and I mentioned how angry I got, and she said that it's not, if I can control that anger, and sometimes it can be a source of strength, and I can mold it into something else. And well, since that fight, and like I said, I've been sort of training in the back, just sort of trying to keep myself afloat. I've noticed a lot of I've noticed myself stronger. It's like whenever I activate my key, it's like it's trying to explode out of me, but it's not. It's like inside. Whereas the astral self was like, it was like my key was bleeding out of me, and it formed its own entity. Whereas this is, it's like it's trying to come out, but it's not, and it adds to my power. And that's why I think I get these sort of like marks whenever I activate it all. It's like, I think it's like my veins themselves are just pumping up.
Gross.
It's a I know it sounds weird, but it's a great
Mayor
feeling.
and Cassian laughing quietly in the corner. Well,
Yeah.
So you're saying that when you get those things on your skin, you're like a super Saiyan, or like
I wouldn't say that.
It sounds very horrendous, very vascular. I'm sure you love it. What I was going to ask, obviously, when we fought Astrael, there was a certain lack of impact that the Radiant Blast would have had because of his celestial origins. I think, if memory serves, I will double check my notes in a moment.
You're right.
Yep. So, and this actually brings me round to a point. Something I've been working on. I don't just sit there when I'm being all dramatic and miserable. I don't just sit there staring off into the distance. I think about spells, and I think about half the time. I think about how magic works and how I can make it work for me. And one of the things I've been working on, and this is building up to my magnum opus spell, but one of the things I've been working on is a way to change the type, so how I can change spell damage. I can do that for everyone in an area, specifically thinking about Maeve's unfortunate situation with her armor.
It's not a thing anymore.
It's not a thing anymore, so it's kind of redundant. But I still think it'd be quite cool, because it's quite cool. I could change the magical damage within an area from one form to another. So if you were to be fighting Azrael again, they would maybe be preferable for you to do lightning, bolts of lightning or thunder or anything else really. And so that's one of the things I'm working on at the moment, is a way I can change magic for everyone. So I think that might be pretty useful.
Yeah, it sounds like it could be.
I myself
have a name for that spell.
Isn't finished yet. I did have. I was thinking Archeron's altering aura, but AAA sounds like a battery, so probably not.
But we are getting supercharged though. Just something to think about.
That is
not
true.
really. Well, I suppose. I mean, I was specifically.
Sorry, what's a battery?
Great point.
But
You know that
Only
thing?
Archeron knows because he's a fucking artificer.
I was going to say, ask the artificers.
Yeah. So.
Well, if you went to Malachite, I'm sure they would.
Yeah. But no, I was thinking. It was what got me thinking. But was Maeve's issue with the armor. That's no longer an issue. But I myself previously couldn't be as hurt by psychic damage. With the malevolence gone, I'm as susceptible as anybody. However, the cold, because of my lovely warm shoes, and he shows off his shoes, I'm not as affected by areas of cold. So that would be great for me. I don't think we have like a through line, like a theme.
I will say my he has this. I got this glyph. Stitch, I don't know what to call it, when we're in the Feywild, and it conducts lightning and allows me to punch back lightning, so it also gives me resistance to it. So
that makes no sense, physically speaking.
It's a magical thing that I got for the Feywild. Nothing makes sense.
That's very Avatar.
Yeah.
So you can capture lightning and redirect it.
Well, not necessarily. I have absorbed the gear of conducting gives me absorb elements for lightning.
Oh, okay.
And it gives me resistance to lightning.
Oh, okay. Well,
once per short rest.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess that's the thing. I say it's not as pressing now, and I wasn't finished with it anyway. But I want to. When I'm gone, I want people to look back at the spells that I wrote for the world and be like, "Wow, that he was one smart cookie." Like we talk about Tasha's hideous laughter. I don't particularly like the spell myself, or the irresistible dance. That's a useful one. But I want
everyone's favorite guy, Otto.
Otto, yes.
Big B.
And then there's Big B's hand, yes, very useful. Volo's Guide to Monsters.
That's not a spell.
Nope, not a spell. The Dungeon Master's Guide. Mordenkainen's. Yes, some wizards out there create spells, and they live on.
Guide to the Galaxy.
Exactly, yes. The Wizard of Oz, of course. The wizards out there, spellcasters out there who create spells that live on years past they do, and there are a few that obviously the letter one, the airmail I created. There's my arcane cutter, which I've used a few times. Then there's this alteration aura, but I'm working the spell that I want. I had an idea of the ultimate spell that I think capturing a perfect moment that someone could return to if they died. It would take a long time, but that's what I'm working on. That's what I'm out here. Yeah. So I'm out here trying to perfect.
Out here?
Well, out here, not in... not in a research laboratory. This is why I was keen to talk to all of the mages in Pyra and Crown Top. We spoke to Master Oberon. I want to say no.
Kenobi.
Was it what? What was it?
Orion.
Master Orion, and then Emerald, Sapphire.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was both of those.
Yep, Emerald and Sapphire, and in the Feywild, I spoke to Gethin, and my memory today is fucked. The one who could turn into stuff. Oh my god!
Stuff.
This is like 17 sessions ago as a minimum. So, Nagin? No.
I'm so wrong.
Yeah, I know. I'm just looking at names, man. It's like it's Fey Garden Centre.
I don't know who you mean.
Otis?
She's talking about. Sorry, he's talking about the Archfey of the Court of Shapeweavers, who was a
Galador,
centaur.
no. Rayod, no.
I'm staring at the name.
Alani.
Yeah.
There we go. See, I do keep notes. It's just it was actually digging for it. So, like I spoke to Alani, she was able to give me a really useful ability, which I have had a use for, but it's very specific. I can usually, do you know about the limitations on spells? I can cast some spells, but I can't cast others twice. I can't do two big spells in one go, kind of thing. I can't do it. So she's shown me how I can actually do that. I can cast my polymorph, but I can cast polymorph as a bonus action, which is really handy because then I can turn myself into a giant gorilla and then punch somebody, which is better than turning into a giant gorilla than having to wait 6 seconds before punching somebody. So yes. So this is why I'm out here. That's what I was doing when we first met. I was exploring, trying to learn these things.
Yeah.
Getting away from it all. But yes.
Well.
Well.
Is there anything else you guys want to say before long resting?
I think we're good.
Yeah. So you head back to the respective places you're staying, and can long rest. And as per what was mentioned before, I assume you say any goodbyes to like Cass's parents, possibly Oriel, anyone else who is about, and then grab the camels, and begin your journey to Malachite. And before we end, I just want
I'm so glad we got no head mafia.
James, you run me a d20.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask. 10, ooh, right down the middle.
10. Because this is going to be really quick, so I will just do the travel because I want to end with the description of Malachite.
This could be the
I have one thing to do
attack
before
us
we
now.
get there. Is Nyx able to remove the curse on
Yes,
the dagger?
Nyx would do that. Yeah.
So just to confirm how my reading of the curse is, not only do I not want to part from it, it extends to whenever a creature hits you with a crit.
Yeah, it doesn't
well.
say. I can't remember.
So it says curse. It does the dagger is cursed.
Yeah.
And then there's a paragraph on
Anything after that, yeah.
Cool. That's great. That is now much more useful for me.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, Nyx will do that. And with a 10, you have a fine day's travel. 10 right down the middle. Do I have anything written down specifically? A fine day's travel, the group passes another caravan. So as you're going from Whittle, you sort of pass another caravan coming from Malachite, going down towards Whittle. You sort of just pass them on the road and either give a nod or a wave.
Yeah, we just nod.
Tips hat.
the door.
Oh, you guys, I can feel you all nodding. What are you nodding at?
It's just a bumpy road.
Super chill day. I did actually look it up. Your camels can go 32 miles in a day, which does get you sort of most of the way there. It's only like 18 miles after that, because Malachite and Mattel are only about 50 miles or so away from each other. But yeah, you have that first day. You can, again, long rest. I assume nothing was used in the last 10 seconds. So you do that, and you can wake up in the morning.
Ace on the camels.
I can do tiny hut without having to see, so I have checked that.
Okay. Okay, and then for the second day, Matt, can you roll me a d20?
And now we're getting attacked by.
Yeah, now it's giant worm.
Black dragons.
Yeah, 4 of them. Yeah, so the second day is a bit worse. Not by much. You can see sort of above in the sky. It's sort of like very close, very humid. And sort of partway through the day, as you're sort of starting to approach the sort of area of Malachite, the environment of the sky, like going from the sun, sort of about high noon, sort of at first it's just the sun, and then bursting out from that, almost like a star-like pattern, is this bright red break in the sky. The sand around you goes almost this ruby red color, and Cass and anyone with decent religion, I'll say no check necessary because Cass knows it, would know this to be called a ruby rise, and clerics of Solista believe that when this happens, this happens when Solista is in a time of great emotion, and it can increase, like, temporarily increase the power of fire-based spells when this happens. And with some creatures, like if it happens for too long, can like give vulnerability to fire damage or remove resistances and immunities. However, this is only happens briefly, in like a sunburst in the sky for maybe 10 to 15 minutes before stopping and going back to a normal sky. But for anyone who hasn't seen it before or doesn't know it, it's a very shocking sight to see just the sky go partially red. For
Cass sees this.
Yeah.
Slowly turns towards Archer.
Who doesn't say it?
Like, no. No way, he did it again, right?
Archer's like, do.
Like reading his book with Braille. Like,
what's that? Rails just being a bitch, like slapping your hand and trying to. But yeah, as that happens, sort of at about 2-3 p.m. In the afternoon, you all begin to see the rising towers and deep valleys of sand and rock that make up the area of Malachite. And for those who haven't been here before, it's definitely a strange sight. Atop a large plateau are tree-like structures with blue or golden orbs that form with wire-like branches. You see the clanging of metal and churning of gears that echoes across this landscape. In the skyline are 2 large spires, the closest of which have many workers suspended by floating pulleys or lifts. You see floating discs around, also keeping tools up. Sort of further along on the other spire, there appears to be what looks to be a lighthouse. It's formed of like mirrors and solar panels that reflect the sun down. And in the area, the site is this organized chaos, the sort of natural and unnatural working together in harmony. You can see bridges above you going to different areas, lifts that end in stone cliffs. You can see creatures of metal, constructs that are formed to help others with small tasks, or walking around as any of you would. And it is overwhelming. I will change the map, but that is where we will pick up.